All right, welcome back to Orphans: The American Dream, the post-apocalyptic RPG where each player plays themselves as a character in an alternate universe. And so
We need to
last,
actually write down like the actual tagline, like so you can just
so I
like
don't say
rattle it off. This needs to be like the Christian artist spiel, Connor. Like you need to just be able to rattle it off.
The fastest growing podcast.
This is Orphans: The American Dream.
Exactly.
Yeah. Tough luck, buddy. Anyway,
just a suggestion as your producer.
And music. You need like a like, welcome to Orphans: The American Dream.
Well, when I made this into like a podcast, like I'm doing Crow Inquisitors, then it will have music.
Yeah. Anyway, so last we left off, there was a big controversy where you guys went to church and the pastor berated you guys for.
It was like a philosophical episode.
Yeah, we took a break from the killing to talk about the philosophical ramifications of the killing, which normally doesn't happen in TV shows.
Yeah.
Now we're back to killing.
He's a quack. Let's just go back to killing.
And the kind of cliffhanger we got left off on was that Josh was the only person who hadn't talked to the other characters yet about things, and he, I think specifically wanted to have a conversation with Caleb. We had an end scene where he was putting on his headphones and just like ignoring the conversation. But we're going to open up with a flashback with Adam. So, Adam, do you want to set the scene for us? Or do you want me to?
You set the scene.
All right. Okay. So we get a shot of. So obviously we get like the previously on and like the title, right? And then we open up and I think we just see like green grass, and then we hear like this this motor, and then we just see a lawnmower go by. And then we like pan up, and it's just like St. Mary's Hospital, and we see Adam walking in, and he like goes in the elevator and like hits the button, and he goes up to like one of the floors, and we see him knock on the door to one of the rooms. So Adam, you open it up, and you see your grandfather. And he's like he seems like he's asleep. So like what would Adam do?
I think he just goes over and sits down next to him and probably like grabs his hand, doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
And that's all he does. He just kind of holds his hand and is kind of like.
So I think he wakes up after a few moments and just kind of gently turns over to you and says, Adam,
how you doing, Pat? It's me.
Well, you know what they say about getting old? And he like smiles at you.
What do they say, Pat?
Don't do it. And he smiles real big.
I'm glad you still got your spirits.
He says, no, they didn't let me have my spirits. They said alcohol is not allowed in the hospital.
Well, you drink too much with that. They say that they gotta hold you down when you're jumping around in your bed.
And he has like a few like ragged coughs, and he kind of coughs up some blood. And I imagine you like grab a handkerchief or something like that to give to him, and he coughs into it, and he says, well, this isn't anything I don't deserve.
Don't say that. You just gotta hang in there. He's like, he kind of starts. He's not crying, but he's like starting to tear up, and it's kind of just like, it's kind of anxious look on his face.
He turns to you and he like looks you right in the eyes and he says, I've done Terrible things, Adam. Terrible things.
What are you talking about? You're the kindest man I've ever met.
There was one day that I stabbed a man who was begging for mercy. And he reaches a hand up to your chest and points. And he says, right there. That's where I stabbed him. 7 times.
Is this in the war?
I don't know if you make the connection or yeah.
Yeah, this is in the war, just confirming they think of it.
He says, "Oh yes, war justifies many things."
But you were defending yourself. Why are you bringing this up now?
Because all my life, I justified what I'd done with the idea of war. And now I see, I sit here, half dead, that there are only a few things I'm not at peace with.
But if you wouldn't have come back to us. You wouldn't be here today. You wouldn't have saw Grandma. You wouldn't have saw me. You wouldn't have saw Dad.
And he looks at you and he says, "I'd like to believe that too, Adam. But there were times that I didn't defend myself as much as..." And he just closes his eyes and he says, "I've murdered people. I realize that now." And he says, "When you cut out a man's tongue, or using your dead friend's name, you don't recover from that. Because..."
Don't do that.
Wait,
don't tell me all the things you regret. Don't tell me your goodbyes. I know what you're doing.
He looks at you.
He kind of gets closer and holds his hand tighter.
Yeah, he looks at you almost indignant, and he says, "I'm sorry. Wait, say the last thing you said again."
I said, "Don't do that. Don't tell me your goodbyes." Because
Don't tell me your goodbyes.
He's getting the idea that he's saying all the things he regretted in his life, and I'm picking up on that.
He says,
you should say something kind of listen, I'm serious kind of thing. I'm not just joking, or I'm not just feeling sorry for myself. I'm trying to teach you something,
okay, yeah, okay. He seems exactly that. that's perfect. So I think with an unprecedented moment of strength, I think he breaks free from your hands and he grabs your shoulders and he pulls you in, and you can smell his breath. He's so close, and he just says, "Stop trying to patronize me. I'm not saying my goodbyes. I'm trying to teach you something. I'm trying to make sure that you don't... I'm trying to make sure you don't end up like me. Paying for your sins on a hospital bed."
So that's what you think this is? Some sort of punishment? I'd be lucky if I resembled anything like you when I'm your age.
He says, "If there's one thing one thing I could teach you before I. And then he starts shaking, and then he flatlines. And I'm assuming you like scream for a nurse or something like that.
Yeah. I probably run out of the room like screaming like nurse me, nurse me.
So I think one nurse like comes in and she like doesn't know what to do, and she like kind of panics, and she like tries to get things ready, but then she ends up like running back out to the hallway and like calling for help herself. And it's a moment where you're helpless and you look around and other people are helpless too, and it's like nobody can do anything, and it like takes too long for somebody to come into the room, and by the time someone does, it's like too late. But there, I think
where he's like standing is he's kind of like right outside the door, and he's kind of like leaned up against the wall of the door, and he's kind of just like watching people, people run in there, and he like doesn't want to see it, but he's just like, I can't do anything. I don't want to see this.
Yeah,
he's probably like breathing heavy. Probably like slides down the wall and just kind of like gets into like a fetal position, kind of.
Yeah. And then I think we get this scene, like maybe like later that day when you like go and like meet back with like somebody else in your family, like maybe your mom or something like that, and they like hug you and are like, I'm so glad you could be there with him in his last moments.
It's like, yeah, me too.
Okay, yeah. So I think we just end there, but we get like that soft come down scene where we have that like traumatic moment, but then we have that just that little bit of like that silent moment of closure.
Oh no, I got. We have quick another flashback, and it's just him at the grave of him. And it's like after the funeral, so it kind of is like he'd already been buried, and he's like next to the gravestone, and he places like a combat knife that he used in this war that he gave to him. So like his grandfather gave him this knife, and it's the same knife he had in the war, and then he just kind of like sets it down, and then he walks away, and that's how it is.
Okay, yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so then I think we open up. Well, we get our classic zoom out in the globe spins, and we see the nukes blow up the world again. And then we zoom back in to the bus as it's driving along, and we get this really gentle like pan shot that like is a few seconds longer than it seems it should be, and then we just see like the tire pop, and like the brakes just like screech, and the bus comes to a halt, and I think we zoom in probably on Josh as like all eyes turn to him, like, hey, want to fix the bus?
I think Josh immediately knows what happened. It's very, very tire pop. Josh knows what's going on.
Who's driving?
Yeah.
Robbie.
Right.
Or shoot, no, his hand is still probably.
That's what I was wondering.
We had said Connor was driving.
Yeah.
Because Josh was in the back tinkering with his headphones on, blocking out the problems of the world. Right.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I think Josh still has his headphones on. He's oblivious other than that they stopped. He's kind of.
Everybody looks at him and he's just like,
why are we stopping?
I look over at Connor and I'm like, someone didn't watch where they were going. I'm just smirking.
Connor just says, hey, I was paying attention. The tire just popped. This is the apocalypse. I didn't have to run over a nail or something for the tire to just pop. These tires aren't necessarily like new.
We jury rig a post-apocalyptic school bus, and we pop a tire.
This is the newest tires I could find. All right. Fine.
Maybe somebody shot it.
Josh pulls out a tire repair kit because, tools and stuff. Sure, that's something one carries around in an apocalypse,
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Caleb, you want to give me a hand with this?
Yeah, of course. And then I look at David and I'm like, hey, just in case, Overwatch.
Yeah. I think I'm probably already looking through the windows, like maybe somebody shot an arrow at a tire or something like that.
Right.
Guys, I got this. I think
Josh pats at him on the shoulder. It's okay.
Sure you do, buddy.
This will take 5 minutes. Just you're good.
He like starts to stand up. He's like, no. Oh, no. Josh just like kind of pushes him back down.
Yeah, basically. This is my bus.
I got it. No.
This is my bus. I'm changing the tire.
Yeah.
I was just going to whack it, so.
Yeah, that's not going to help.
Yep.
Yeah, so I think everybody kind of like some people want to like get out and stretch their legs, that kind of a thing. And they kind of like move away from the bus. Everybody, like, nobody is around you, Josh, because everybody just is like, Josh just got it. Like, no worries. Like, he's doing his thing. So everybody just kind of leaves you be, but you ask Caleb for a hand.
Yeah, I'm going to have Caleb get the jack out from under the bus.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, we have some kind of hydraulic floor jack because, bus maintenance in the apocalypse.
Mm-hmm.
And try to find the leak in the tire.
Yep.
So, this morning,
Jack. Yeah.
Y'all walked into that church building, and this afternoon we got back on the bus, and there were two different groups. Let me rephrase that. There were two different groups. One group walked into church this morning, got off this bus and walked into church this morning. The other group walked out of church and got back on the bus. What was said? Why the demeanor shift? What changed?
Yeah. Let's see. How would I say this? Well, in a weird twist of Providence, I guess the pastor was actually talking about like killing, theology of when is it okay or right to kill someone, when is it not, that sort of thing. And I mean, on the one hand, it was some catharsis because it kind of dredged the stuff that we hadn't talked about yet out in the open. And in another sense, at least for me, it kind of prodded some sore wounds. And there was a conversation, if I remember correctly, David and Jared had a convo with the pastor. I just kind of took a walk. But at the end of it all, we kind of just talked it through. I had a chat with David about what happened. And I guess I don't want to say conclusion exactly but we talked about what would happen if that sort of situation came up again, and it would go differently next time. And I kind of look back down at the jack.
I think there's silence for a bit. Josh kind of rolls over the tires, spraying it down with a little soap water to try to find where the leak is, because it's not if the tire popped abruptly, that's a big leak on a small one. So we're probably changing the tire, not patching it. So I think maybe there's a bit of silence as Josh levers off one of the lug nuts or something. So I need to hear something from you. Yeah, I think I do.
Yeah, shoot.
What was done 2 days ago? Or yesterday, I guess it was. Was there morality in that? Was it black and white?
I mean, the action, I guess, yeah. us shooting them there then the way we did, it was wrong. We shouldn't have done it.
I think a chunk of the tension across Josh's shoulders just kind of falls off a little.
And obviously David doesn't see it that way. Not yet, but I don't know.
But I don't need to hear from David. Because I know what I'm going to hear from David. I always know what I'm going to hear from David.
Yeah.
I'm also not following David. I'm following you. And
that kind of, you see, that kind of surprises me just a little bit, because like in theory, I am the leader, I guess, technically, but like, yeah, I just kind of like, and maybe it's not like like that kind of surprise, but like just a kind of quirking of the head and looking at you, like kind of narrowing my eyes.
There's a lot of awful in this world. A lot of bad things. People do bad things. People do bad things to other people. And we do so many bad things to people. Each individually and somehow as a group, we seem to do a whole lot of bad. And I just need to know that you still acknowledge that.
Yeah. And
that we're not on some kind of righteous crusade to, that we can do no wrong. Because to be frank with you, for a minute there yesterday, I felt like that's what I was hearing.
Yeah. And you can see that,
that there was not that there was an awful thing that happened and then an awful thing that was done in response. And then the net outcome of the situation is awful, but that there was some kind of justice. And that in all of this, the justice there was pure and not, poetic or ironic or just messy, right?
Yeah,
this world is more messy than that. And I guess I just needed to know if you still understood. Or it sounds patronizing.
Yeah, and
I don't think he says it exactly that way. I think he says, sure. I just need to know that I'm still with humans. They're all still human here.
Yeah, and as you've been saying this, like, we see the weight of the world on my shoulders, my aspect just literally weighing me down, and I'm definitely like, oof, yeah, you're totally right. And but
we see it over your head, and it turns into just like bold letters and falls on your back.
Yeah, exactly. No, but so I look at you after you've said all of that, and I say, we are. I mean, doing something awful doesn't make you not human, but I see what you mean. I'm not gonna say that those men didn't deserve to die.
I wouldn't ask you to say that in a million years.
And I know you wouldn't.
I don't want to hear that from you.
Yeah. And I think I'm glad to hear you say that too. But what we did, that's the wrong way to go about it. There could have been justice for them. And in a cosmic sense, they got justice, but we didn't give it to them.
Yeah.
And I hope that maybe the next time we could do it right. We could handle it rightly, whether or not that means killing them or something else. But the next time that happens,
I wouldn't mind there never being a next time.
Yeah, and I look at you and I'm like,
it's the apocalypse. I get it. That's wishful thinking. But honestly, I'd rather there not be a next time.
I wish none of this had happened. Not the nukes, any of it. The situation we found ourselves in. But one thing I want to make sure that you know, Josh, is that the next time, well, okay, I'll join you in the optimism. If there's a next time, I want to make sure we're all there choosing it together, how we do it. Because I chose horribly. And I don't trust myself to choose by myself again. So I want to make sure you're all there with me. And we all look at that situation together. And not that it's a democracy and that's the best way to do it exactly, but that none of us are trying to take that burden on ourselves solely. That when we make a decision, a hard decision like that again, that we can look at each other like men and say what we did was right. And be able to wake up the next morning and know that it was right. Now, whatever that means, I don't know. When we get there, we'll get there. And I clap a hand on your shoulder. But I want to make sure you're there with me when it happens.
I think through this, Josh has kind of been leaning on the pry bar to get one of the particularly stuck lug nuts off.
Yeah.
And kind of pauses for a minute and then just kind of gestures at the end of the wrench. Caleb help him lever off the lug nut.
Nice. Yeah. Cool.
That sounds better.
Yeah.
That's all he says. That sounds better.
Now my question for you then, Josh, is are you going to bring up the rocket ship thing or let the scene end there?
So I think the shots that he took last session, I think he has made himself clear enough where he stands on his agreement and disagreement with that.
Yeah.
He's going to let it lie. It happened.
Yeah.
He severely disagrees with the choices that were made, but
he's going to let love cover a multitude of sins.
Exactly,
we're not undoing it. What happened.
Yeah.
And Josh isn't looking for a magical fix to the things of the past. He just wants to know that one, he wants to know that there's not going to be a lot of post hoc justification.
Yeah.
For decisions
that when we walked out of that church, we were like, yeah, that was all great, and our shame and guilt is gone. Yeah,
because honestly, that's what was going through Josh's head when everybody comes on the bus and they're chatting amongst each other, particularly Caleb and David and Jared, and there wasn't the sort of tension that there was later or earlier. I think Josh just wanted to make sure you weren't coming off the bus or walking out of that bus going, yeah, we actually did a good. Yeah. We did a good there. That was a good that we did. All of it was the good.
And I mean, to be fair, I don't know how everyone else is feeling about it, but that's at the very least what I took out of that entire experience.
Honestly, that's the most important one for Josh because he and Caleb had the most conflict in that moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because for Josh, this was a big deal that was as much Caleb's handiwork as David's.
Yes,
Josh knows what to expect from David.
Yep.
What happened is basically what Josh expected from David.
Yeah.
But we've established didn't expect it as much from Caleb. So
you hope better things for me.
Yeah. At this point, he's looking for reassurance that Caleb still recognizes when a bad thing is bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
And isn't going to justify just because that was the decision that was made. And I think Josh has his reassurance.
Cool. Awesome.
He's not comfortable with either of the two major decisions that they've disagreed on so far, but
he's at least comfortable with the direction I'm going.
Yeah, I don't have to be comfortable with the decisions that you've made to at least, be comfortable with or be okay with
me still leading.
To accept that they happened and to not have to do anything drastic like walk away.
Yeah.
So I think to kind of close up that scene then, I think we get maybe I'll say Ryan. We'll say Ryan kind of like kind of walks over and is kind of like, "Are you guys done yet?" And I think because you were like talking, Josh, like you weren't as fast as you could have been, and also part of it is people just expect you to be this like
a magical wizard.
Yeah. So I think Ryan kind of comes over and is like, "Why aren't you done yet, oh magical mechanical wizard?"
Yeah.
And
I think I have an ability for this. I don't know if I want to use it, but I have an ability that would help here.
You have a stun?
Yeah, the stunt jargon or gibberish. I could just try to lie to him about it. Be like, yeah, well, things happen, you know.
That's funny. Yeah.
No,
there's not really stakes there.
There's no stakes there.
Yeah.
It's a bad precedent. But I just got excited. Like, wait a minute, I can lie about technology. No.
I can lie to my friends.
I don't want to set a precedent for lying to NPC party members and then have to remember which NPCs I lied to.
Yep.
Don't worry, I'll remember for you.
What's so funny about that scene, though, is that like if we had that scene last session, at the beginning of last session, it would have gone so different because I was still in the mindset of like, no, I think what I did was okay. Like, so I'm glad that the conversation happened like
procrastination accomplished something good here today.
Well, I mean, it's the principle of don't have an argument when you're angry, right? Like, walk away from it and actually get a clear head about the situation.
Yeah.
I got a couple of really good loud lines out last session, but I didn't have a fully formed thought about how Josh would respond to it. So
I'm glad you didn't.
I'm glad I had the time to think it through.
So I imagine then that Josh just kind of gives Ryan like a flat stare, like really.
I mean, no, I think Josh tosses him the wrench. It's like, if you can get this last lug nut off. Be my guest.
I think he's confused by it, but he like is willing to help. So he's like, it's like, why is the mechanical wizard need help of a mere mortal? but he comes and helps you out.
And you think he puts the wrench on the lug nut and realizes that it's actually just stuck. It's not coming off. Like Caleb and I got the second to last one. There's like one that's still stuck, and I think Josh pulls out, goes back into the bus, comes back with like a brake cleaner or something, and breaks it loose and they get the tire off. But took 3 people and some brake cleaner to actually get enough torque to get it off.
Oh, those darn apocalypse models.
Not as reliable as the older models.
It's the pre-apocalypse models that didn't factor in the level of rust protection you need when, instead of road salt, it's radioactive nuclear road salt.
I mean, let's be completely honest. Most of the products that are made in current America aren't made to last. And so if the apocalypse actually happened, almost everything would just break down and not be usable in like a year.
Oh, you want Josh's opinions on that? He's got opinions on that. Actually, well, I think, so does IRL Josh.
Yeah, I imagine.
Let's conclude the scene.
Yeah, so I think you guys finish up and Connor like calls out to the bus like, all right, everybody, back on board, and you guys take off again. And so I think from there, what I want to do is
I think maybe we get one last shot of Josh sitting down in a seat, just an empty seat in the bus next to some member of the crew. It doesn't really matter who.
Okay.
Just taking up a conversation. Just some general kind of joking conversation. Maybe he sits next to Ryan and they chat about something.
Okay, go for it.
As opposed to him sitting back in the back with his headphones on. Headphones are not on this time.
I understand what you're saying.
He's sitting with the crew again.
It's a symbolical conversation. I don't think Josh have.
Yes, I don't want to actually have a conversation with Ryan. I just want Josh to not be sitting in the back of the bus alone.
Okay, so from there...
It signifies to us that Josh is now a part of the group again.
Yes.
Right. From there, I think we get just like a I want to say we get a bus montage, but I don't think we do. I think
gonna need a montage.
Yeah, even Rocky had a montage. Anyway,
except like it's actually probably the Magic School Bus theme song. Magic School.
Yeah, no. So I think we just do a hard cut, and we're gonna just fast forward like 3 or 4 days, and I think you guys like see the big city of Salt Lake City. And I think you guys kind of like come up over a hill and you guys kind of see the big city, and it's obviously not as glorious as it once was. And there are buildings crumbling. There are
is like, Salt Lake City usually described as glorious? That's my main question. I don't actually know what it looks like.
Well, maybe when the standard is dropped to rubble, maybe it's still glorious.
What I mean is when you come up over a hill and you see a big city,
right?
It's like that moment in like Lord of the Rings when you come out to Minas Tirith. But
you know what? Actually, Salt Lake City is in a pretty cool location. It's like surrounded by mountains, so yeah, it could have been considered glorious.
Instead of the spire of Minas Tirith, you just have the spire of the Mormon temple sticking up above the city skyline. Actually, how well endowed is that place still? Like, how well have they done of enclaving and keeping that?
Dude, the Mormons have survived the apocalypse, though.
Like, this is probably the heartbeat of them still. Yeah? Or, I don't know, maybe... Actually, we probably don't know, do we?
We probably don't, but that would be my guess, knowing Mormons.
I mean,
they're hardy
knowing the amount of money that they had going into the apocalypse too, like, yeah.
The real question is Brandon Sanderson still.
Still finishing the Cosmere. Dude, Connor,
been done for like 10 years.
I swear, if you have us meet Brandon Sanderson, I will.
He has to be the warlord of this next time.
He's gone insane. Thinks the Cosmere is real.
No. So what we get is you guys coming into the city, and all right. Sorry, I thought Mickey was talking to me.
Tell her that this is man time.
She thought you were talking to her. So.
Yeah. No. So she. Goodness gracious! Now I'm all confuzzled. So you guys come into the city, and we just get this shot of you guys driving through, and then you guys and like just people looking out the window at like just normal apocalypse carnage. Like things are just not as they should be. Signs are yeah that kind of a scene. But then I think we come up to one particular place that is walled off. Like normally, when people have inhabited cities, like they don't wall off the whole city. They just wall off like a specific part of it to keep themselves safe. So I think you guys kind of come to a place like that. Oh, I didn't realize I was looking at the screen. You guys come to a place like that, and you just see probably like just one guy like at the gate, and he's probably like holding a rifle, but he's like an older man. He doesn't look like too strong, I guess you could say.
Is he pointing at the bus and go pew 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 pew?
No. He's like a middle-aged man, maybe like his mid-50s kind of a thing, and so he's like not a very military stature. I don't know how else to explain it. He doesn't look like a soldier, but he's standing there waiting for you guys.
Are we still in the car? Because I want to be the first one out of the bus.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
I think he just comes out and he's like, Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your long hair. And he's just kind of like almost like kind of making fun of this guy, but he just like quickly like runs out of the bus and he's like, oh, I want to see it because he wants to be like the first one to like interact with everyone in the city.
Yeah. So I didn't.
He's excited to be there.
For whatever reason, I decided not to describe that he is balding because that's what I was thinking of, because I was trying not to like make him like oh, he's weak, so he's bald. but because you said Rapunzel went on your hair, he's definitely like balding. Like,
oh no. Also, have you seen Die Hard? Being bald doesn't mean you're weak. It's fine.
No, I haven't seen Die Hard.
What?
It's only like the most
David,
iconic
there are
Christmas
boobies
music
in that
movie.
You can't see that movie.
Oh, it's Bruce Willis. That's the point. It doesn't. The movie is.
I guess dreams don't come true.
I'm confused as to what's in character or not at this point.
What's going on? So I think the
he
guy
just doesn't take anything seriously.
Right. Yeah. So I think the guy just kind of looks at you and like, what in the world? Who is this guy? And then I think Connor like comes from behind you and is just like, Adam, let me handle this.
Apparently, Chrome Dome doesn't speak English. He just kind of like walked off the bus.
I think Connor's just like, hello. Is there any way that we can come into the city? And he says, well, our soldiers are I think it doesn't say soldiers. He says, well, our no, you know what, I think he just says, actually, no, why, Caleb, or it's one of the characters, why don't you guys make some sort of role here? Why don't I throw you guys a bone and be like, what do you guys do with this?
Well, I'm confused as to what's happening right now.
Well, Adam just walked out and was just like,
can I roll a rapport roll?
Oh yeah. If you want to be the one to do that, absolutely.
Feel free, Adam. I can real quick. I must have missed something.
But
there's a guy outside of a window.
He was on a wall.
A guy on a wall.
It's like gated off. So like just like
okay,
any city you guys have come to,
okay.
it's like gated off. So he's like standing on top of it.
Cool. That makes sense.
Oh man! I could have rolled the. I'll just do rapport.
What was the difficulty, Connor? You got a 3.
I should have totally got a 3.
Oh, sorry.
Well,
no, it's fine. I'll say it was a 2. So Adam, what's your goal here?
A lot of things I could, aspects I could use in this situation. I should be the center of attention over a confident amnesiac.
Are you telling him that you want to fail this role? That's what it sounds like you're saying.
He's telling him that he can retrieve.
No, I'm saying if you want to make it more difficult, I could, succeed with style or something.
Yeah. No. So, what's your goal here, though? Is your goal to like make friends with him?
Wait, what?
What's your goal with this guy? Are you trying to make friends with him?
Kind of, yeah. Got to make friends with him. Maybe he'll open we're like next to like a gate, right, or like some sort of wall. Like I don't know, be at his good side. I don't have anything. No beef against this guy.
Okay, yeah. So I think he succeeds. So, what do you say that like makes you friends with this guy? Because you just insulted his hair and called him Rapunzel. So how does Adam like turn this around?
I mean, maybe that's just the sort of thing this guy finds funny.
Oh yeah, maybe.
I think he like stops. And he's like, "My fairest fellow, will thy lordship let us enter the forbidden lands?"
Like, I'll let down my hair and just like makes a ghost gesture.
So he adjusts his spectacles and he says, "Oh, great adventurers, have you returned from your great quest to slay the dragon?"
"A dragon hath been slain, fair knight, and the gold hath been retrieved."
I'm coming off the bus at this point.
And the princess rescued from the highest tower.
I'm coming off the bus at this point. I'm just like, what is literally going on?
Adam, have you ever read Don Quixote?
Yeah, it's kind of like what's going on here.
No, that's in character. I say that.
I know how to shoot though, so I'm actually a good, shooter. And
yeah, no, I mean, I come out of the bus to say that to you.
Yeah. What does he say now?
Oh, you said that, yeah.
No, I think David is saying that he says it in character to you.
Yeah, that's like, a character statement. This?
He said, have you read Young Quixote?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I don't speak I don't read Italian. Or I don't speak Italian.
Yeah, I don't speak Italian is the funnier one. Yeah.
Great. Great.
Yeah, so I think the guy is just like, what do you guys? What do you guys need? What are you guys here to Salt Lake City for?
I don't think he knows like actually what we like literally need. So he's just like, you know any good parties around here?
And I think at that point I just like push past that and I'm like, yeah, listen.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, he's like, wait, hold on, okay.
And I just look up and was like, a couple of things. We're passing through on our way north. This is the best way to go. Highways are still more or less intact and got this vehicle. But then also we heard that there was a train that might be going north. Just trying to see if like there's an easier way to get there faster.
Oh, you got to ride the train? Oh, yeah.
That'd be fantastic. Yeah. And I look back. I think I just look straight at Jared. And you can just see my eyes again, Jared, because like we had this thing before. I just like look at you in mouth like, I really hope they're not a cult.
He says,
I mean, Mormonism is already a cult.
I squint and I'm like, oh, right, we're in Mormon country. Anyway, so I'm just like, I don't know what to expect now.
He's more interesting. I'm really good at cults.
He says, Captain Maya takes lots of people on her train. Yeah, why don't you guys come on in? And do you guys have anything to trade for safe passage? She drives a hard bargain.
I look back at the group. Do we have anything to trade?
We can protect the trade.
Yeah, actually, that's a fair point. So I look back up and I'm
Jared
like,
says that and everybody gets into like a battle pose.
We're cool.
Yeah.
Josh just kind of stands there looking at everybody totally posing like, why?
Like his muscles, he's like.
Yeah, I mean, I call up and I say, do you happen to know if Captain Maya, did you say?
Captain Maya, yeah.
Do you know if she has any use for protection? Any
so she's
bandits
Maya,
on the way?
Like in Lord of the Rings? Like the angel Maya?
No, not Maiar. That's
Maya.
Well, okay. I guess Maiar is the singular, Maya is the... Anyway. Anything
she's
like that?
Wizard.
He says, you'd have to ask her. But come on into town. You guys seem like a friendly bunch. And I think you guys can tell this guy's kind of an idiot, but he lets you in.
Yeah, so I look back at everybody and like notice how many guns we have. And I'm just like, look back. Very friendly.
So I think you guys kind of come into the city, and as soon as you do, I think a couple of other like men with guns are kind of like walking down the street, and they kind of like look at you guys and are like super confused. And I think you guys kind of notice it, like they run up to like the balding guy up there and like kind of berate him for letting you guys in, but they don't like do anything. They're not going to be like, whoa, get out of the city.
Sure.
So yeah, you guys kind of come in, and do you guys want to like ask around? You guys want to make like a roll to see if like when is the train coming? Like what is going on here? You guys want to make some sort of like investigate roll or something like that?
I mean, I feel like maybe the first roll that makes sense to make, just narratively, is Adam make a contacts roll to see if he knows anyone in town.
Yeah. Would that work? Okay. I was wondering that too.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll say I didn't specify difficulty again because I suck. But I'll say difficulty 3.
I mean, to be fair, Adam did just roll without waiting for you.
I was supposed to ask.
Yeah, it's fine. It's
all right.
It's
everybody
really
sucks at remembering that.
Yeah.
Wait. So with a tie, you succeed, right?
Yeah, I said difficulty 3 though. Adam, who do you know in this city, and why?
See, we're in Utah.
If you don't have an idea, I have an idea.
I don't have an idea right now.
Okay.
Now you think creative.
Okay, so you you notice one of the guys who's kind of like sitting on a porch, kind of chilling, and you remember his face, and you don't know why, but you know him, and he's kind of like got his own like little rundown house. He's sitting on a porch, just kind of like maybe reading a book.
He walks up to him and he's like, "Hey, buddy, old pal." He can't remember his name, so he just kind of calls him some generic. He's like, "Hey, buddy, old pal." And then he kind of like, does he look at him at all when he says that?
Yeah, he like.
I think what he does is he fakes punch him, but then he's like, oh, he's like, he's trying to act like super friendly, even though he doesn't know if the guy like is gonna like reciprocate that. He's just kind of like, "Oh, hey, what's going, man?" Because he just kind of is just gonna embrace it, even if he he doesn't remember why he knows him. He just remembers that he knows him. He doesn't know his name, and so he's just kind of banking on the fact that he's good friends with him, but he doesn't know. So but it doesn't matter. So that's what he's gonna do. That's what. Okay.
So so this is how he reacts. So he like looks up at you when you say "buddy, old pal," and he recognizes you. You can tell, and he kind of like smiles, and then you do like the fake punch thing, and he stands up and like throws back his chair and is like ready to like block this punch. And then when you like fake punch, is like don't actually punch him, he's like, "Oh," and like kind of like shakily like picks back his book and picks up his book again and like says, "Adam, what are you doing here?"
Well, it's a long story, but I'm just rolling with my gang that I just kind of met a while ago, but also forgot them, and now I'm hanging with them again. Yeah.
Are you still with the colony?
Colony.
Is this that? No. You told me about them.
No, I think he's like, he knows about the colony and he knows that he was there, but he just doesn't want to. He never wants to talk about it. And so every time he's like, "Yeah, the colony, yeah, no, I'm not with them anymore." No.
He says, "So what brings you to Salt Lake City? Are you here for me?"
Yeah, sure. I think he like looks over at like Caleb. He's like, yeah. So, did you know? I just wanted to catch up. Is there any maybe you could show me around town?
So I'm like confused because I think I'm like not paying attention to this conversation. Like Adam just knows people randomly, right? So we're like walking through. I don't know. Where are we? What is?
You're in Salt Lake City.
No. Like in the city, like did we stop at like a marketplace? Like what's actually going on?
You guys were just like walking into town, basically, like and
just like right
Adam
at the gate sort of thing. Okay, yeah. I mean, I assume I wasn't paying attention to what Adam's conversation, but so when he just like looks over me and says, "Yeah," I'm just like frowning. I'm like, "Oh crap, what did he? What's going on?"
I think just as a reference, I think his narcissistic mentality thinks it's just like, "Oh yeah, everybody likes me, so if I know who this person is, it's probably because we're on good terms, And he doesn't know that for sure, but he's like, it's probably that. But that's why he just walked over. I'm just so you know. So whenever he rolls a contact roll and knows somebody, he's just assuming that they're good friends, but he doesn't remember whether or not they are.
Yeah.
And he's been lucky 2 out of 3 times.
Yeah. Yep. It depends on how he rolls. But right. he says, "Yeah, I can show you around town." He says, "How long are you guys staying?"
I feel like I probably would have walked over because as soon as Adam is doing this, I'm like, wait a second, I need to make sure that he doesn't do anything horrible. So I probably hear that, and I just say, basically just long enough to trade for some supplies and catch the train. And I put out my hand. I'm like, name's Caleb.
He reaches out like an uneasy hand and it says, "How do you do? My name is Miles."
I give him like a firm man handshake.
Yeah. He has a surprisingly strong grip back.
Yeah.
Yeah, Miles. Yeah, him and I go way back. This is my buddy This is my buddy. I think he forgets Caleb's name, and he's just like, this is my buddy.
just said it. Yeah. So I nod, and I'm like, yeah, we'd love a guide if you're willing to offer.
He says, yeah, that sounds great. But how long are you guys staying exactly?
If we can get out today, honestly, that would be preferable. Just passing through,
perfect.
really.
Yeah, wonderful. Okay, yeah, I'll show you guys around.
Okay, I frown at that. I'm gonna make an empathy roll. Like, why the heck does this guy not want us to stay?
Okay, yeah.
Does he want us to stay, or does he not want us to stay? Or
difficulty?
I'm not sure if I'm gonna have him roll in return, or.
I feel like this would be hard because whatever it is, it's not obvious. But
I think it's difficulty 4.
No, I think we want to move to Janesville. It's only like 20 minutes from Janesville.
All right. I will go ahead and spend a fate point on.
But he doesn't have to drive before that.
Others are needed to rebuild the world. I'm friendly with people and want their help. Boom. Fate point.
Gross. Anyway, so I think I think you notice that. Not sure what exactly you noticed from this, but I think what you notice is like he just seems worried of what will happen if you guys are here tomorrow.
I mean, Connor, I have a stunt that when I do this, I learn their deepest, darkest aspect.
Oh, jeez.
Well, it's not like their deepest, darkest. It's their most important one.
Their most important aspect, yeah. But I assume that if there's the deepest, darkest, it would be the most important.
I was abused as a child. Like, wait, no, that's not what I was looking for.
Well, yeah, it's when you successfully use empathy to read a person's emotional state, if that person's aspects are secret, the aspects the GM reveals must be those that are of the utmost importance to the person unless you explicitly instruct them otherwise. If the person's aspects are not secret, you may choose which one to attach each of your free invocations to.
So I think none of his aspects are necessarily relevant to what he's referring to, except for one.
Okay.
And I guess I can kind of like tell you a little bit of what the deal is here. So his aspect is
Like, it was gross. I didn't like it.
Hold up, sorry. I'm trying to. There we go. I'm trying to find the share button that I was still in editing mode. There we go. Is what can one man do? And I don't know how to what to tell you from this, but he's not in charge here. He doesn't like who's in charge,
right? And so he feels helpless against the system, and yeah, okay, all right. So basically,
maybe he's worried that if a bunch of armed strangers are around, they won't be able to deal with them because their leader is incompetent or something. Maybe that's why he doesn't want us around.
I feel like it's probably less that and more like he was worried that we're gonna something bad's gonna happen to us because it doesn't sound like he likes the people here.
Or maybe something bad happened to him for basically associating.
Yeah. Which one of those is it, Connor? Like, what can I tell?
Which one is it? Give me the two.
Is he nervous for him or nervous for us?
He's nervous for both.
Okay. But it's directed towards the government or whoever's in charge or whatever. He's like, something bad's going to happen to me and or them if we stay too long.
Yeah. That's the feeling.
Right. Okay, cool. All right, so I get an invoke on that.
So you want me to write that in the notes?
I'm just going to write it in my character sheet, actually.
Okay, all right. So what can one man do? Okay, so also I added an aspect here for this session of all aboard because you guys are going on the train. That's the goal of what you guys are doing right now. So just a heads up for everybody in case nobody saw it. So so you do that. Do you say anything or do anything, or do you just let him
I'll just leave it at that point, but I'll keep my eye out for something.
So I think kind of just get a scene of him kind of showing you guys around, and he just kind of introduces you to people. And I think what you notice is that like he knows lots of people here, and you find that Miles is like a really respected like guy in the community. He's a really gentle soul, and everybody like reacts well to him. And so when he's like, it's my friend Adam and his friends, they're like, oh, welcome. Like, how do you do? Like, Miles trusts you. We trust him too.
Their first mistake.
Yeah. And I think there's not really anything like there's no like you break, I fix it like store or anything like that. There's nothing of like import to you guys of like a resource or something like that. But I think like we kind of fast forward until like evening, and or no, actually, you guys want to figure out when the train is. So I think he like talks to one of his friends, and he like comes back to you guys, and he's like, yeah, so I think they said the train will be here first thing in the morning, but the train is sometimes late and sometimes early. It just depends on how Captain Maya is doing on the road. But you guys are, I mean, welcome to stay at my place tonight as long as you're out first thing in the morning.
And this is Miles still talking?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I nod and look at everybody else. Does that sound good?
I give you the look.
What's the look?
The look of, are these evil occult, I assume. Apparently that's a normal look that passes between Jared and I.
I mean, is he extending that offer to everybody on the bus?
Wait, he asked if we were going to stay.
That's a fair question. I assume we must have brought the bus in, right?
Yeah.
Like we're going to take it on the train, so.
Do we need to roll like a
you're not
notice
going to
check
take the bus on the train. Can you take the bus on the train? How would you take the bus on the train?
If they have a cargo
Flatbed
car.
cars, like flatbed car.
Yeah.
You can put a bus on a flatbed car. Flatbed cars are
as long as there's a ramp.
Do we need to roll like a notice check for like if we suspect anything?
You absolutely can.
That would be empathy, right?
Well,
Yeah, you
empathy
can
if it's
roll
a
empathy.
person's emotional state.
Well,
But
no, just kind of
else.
like how everything is going. I wouldn't. Yeah, I guess you're right. If we're looking at the way people are reacting to us being there, or if they think like, or the way they're acting towards this mysterious
I mean, we
train.
usually do both.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, roll what you guys want and tell me your goal by it. Well, first tell me your goal. Like Adam is doing.
I just want to see if there's
for
anything
what?
like that I visually see, because I'm not gonna like ask people like how you are. It's kind of like, is there anything like weird about this town? Like, does it look like they're all prisoners? Do they look like they would kill people, or do they look? Is there anything that I could see visually that would not be in a standard town?
Anything unique that would tell us the state of the town.
Yeah.
They seem very easygoing in terms of security. Like they are, they're not worried about the outsiders. Like they're not worried about, like danger.
Do they look hungry?
You can't tell why exactly, because this city doesn't look like. Wait, what did you say, Adam?
Nothing. I said, do they look hungry? Are they looking at us hungrily?
No.
Like, hey, outsiders.
Yeah.
Cannibals.
Yeah. No, they don't do that.
Like, hi. They seem really friendly.
There. Yeah.
They're like, yeah. Do you moisturize? Like, no. What? No.
What was that about? I hope it never happens again.
No.
You ever considered
so there's nothing really out of the ordinary. They're just kind of like, they seem like nice people. Pretty much.
No, yeah, I think you could probably pick up. Actually, let me tell you
what I see. I guess it's what I see.
Roll.
I'm not rolling an empathy check.
I think the difficulty is a 2.
And I'm not rolling an empathy check. It was a notice. So
right, yeah.
I don't see what I said about people. I guess just kind of like visual, not necessarily reading emotions. Like if they were like really nice, I think they're nice. Like, oh, good.
Yeah, and I think that's all you tell with that. I mean, there's
nothing like visually that I see that looks out of the ordinary. Like
no.
Okay.
if anybody wants to make an empathy check, just as like they're talking with people throughout the day,
Can I do an
you can as
investigate?
well. Yeah, I think that's a difficulty 4, Jared, for investigate.
Oh. I screw it. I'll do it. I want to take granola around and have him like sniff at things and it'd be like
For drugs.
yeah, or a death orgy pits.
Oh, okay.
The sewers underneath town, stuff like that.
So you're trying to find like bad stuff?
Suspicious things.
Okay, sure.
Suspicious things that could be detected via smell.
Does anyone want to come with me? Because I can't. I probably won't be able to get a 4.
If you're trying to find suspicious things with the smell from your dog, like your dog sniffing stuff out, I think it's a 2.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
Well, hopefully this isn't a 2 because it's so easy because obviously there's stuff everywhere.
There's obviously a rather profound smell.
Pave the roads with cocaine.
Screw it. I'll use a fate point on
No, I'm just going to be nice, Jared. You don't. There's nothing to find. Like,
oh.
I don't want you to spend a fate point on that. That was why I lowered the difficulty.
How dare you, Connor?
There's nothing to smell.
Why would you?
And,
what kind of GM are you?
I'm trying to be nice here.
Different GM from you, Caleb.
Shots fired.
Whoa.
He's got a different GM style, friend.
But he said the difficulty and then he failed it. You could have given him a negative aspect here. Missed up.
Don't you have to fail by a significant margin for?
I guess.
No.
No,
I guess
fail.
that is true. If you fail, you think there's something wrong. And
Exactly.
There isn't. So okay, that's a good point. Gail talked me into being a meanie.
Yeah.
Thanks, Caleb.
Granola's just like, oh man, there's something here. He's just like, wait.
So you want to
he's
fail?
Happy.
But you can spend a fate point if you don't want to fail.
No, I'll take it. I don't care.
Okay, yeah. So Jared, you're
What's the bad aspect?
I don't know what the bad aspect here is, but you okay.
Overly suspicious.
Yeah,
overly suspicious.
Wait,
yeah.
was that an overcome roll or a creative advantage roll?
Honestly, it had to have been a creative advantage roll because what
was the advantage there? He was just trying to find something that's overcome. Right?
That was
you're correct. Let's double check what.
Because I think when you fail and overcome, it's just the GM gets a boost or something, so we don't have to worry about like super narratively figuring it out. I think he just gets a boost.
When you fail an overcome action, you have 2 options. You can simply fail, which means you don't attain your goal or get what you were after, or you can succeed at a serious cost.
I will just not succeed.
Okay.
Yeah, so the GM move is, Jared, you're having the dog sniff around, and he's smelling some stuff, and you're like, I think they're on drugs.
You find the drugs when someone injects you.
I think it's totally within the realm of plausibility for Connor to still add an aspect. Like that's a negative aspect, even if it's not like explicitly in there. But yeah, up to you.
Yeah.
I don't care about drugs.
Yeah. If anybody else does want to roll an empathy check, though, you can. Otherwise, we can just move on.
We can move on.
Okay.
Hey, real quick question. Do we have any wounds that have recovered?
Oh, California. Adam should not have a sprained ankle anymore because he treated that.
Nobody ever worked on mine.
Because it's the session after. Yeah, I think all of our recovered stuff, except for the severe one that Jared has, should have gone away by now.
I don't think anyone ever rolled for mine, so mine was today.
Are you sure?
No, we had to have.
I don't think anyone ever did it. I never asked anyone to.
No, you have it recovering. It's marked.
Oh. Well, I definitely didn't mark that because I didn't know you could do it. So someone else.
How long do I have my severe wound for?
I'm positive we made the recovery roll for you because we made it for everybody.
All right. Well, I just made it for everybody once. I didn't realize it applied to me. That's fine. Then it would be gone, I guess.
Yeah, because that must have been me who marked it recovering.
Mm-hmm.
So
I wasn't planning on letting anybody work on it, but it's fine. We can.
I mean, if you want to keep the mild consequence, David, you can.
I'd rather we just move on.
Yeah. Okay. So,
I'm pretty sure M made 3 rolls in a row, just
right. Yeah. I mean, I was intending to try and do it myself, but I also don't want to have to do that now and then wait for the next session. So
yeah.
Okay. So I think Miles takes you back to his place, and I think house is like in his let's say in his backyard. He's got like a warehouse or something like that, like a not a warehouse,
like a shed.
Yeah,
Like
like
a
a
shed,
shed, but a very large shed. No,
a
not a shed.
garage.
Oh well, a garage. Should be a garage.
Like
Like
a
a-
store or something that he has used as like storage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like something in a city that didn't necessarily belong to his property, quote unquote, like the property of this house, but there's just something else behind
It's a
him
little
that he's
storefront
claimed.
next to him.
Yeah, like a storefront, something like that. And so he like says like, you know, the majority of you can sleep in here. I have a couple of beds like spare in my home. If like I should do his character voice. I have a couple of spare beds like in my home. If you know, if some of the women or whoever wants to claim those, I don't want to decide for you guys of who should get those beds. But there are a couple of beds that I'm welcome to share with you guys as well.
That is the question, isn't it? I look at David and Jared like,
I call bed.
Does this place look more defensible than our truck or our van or our bus, whatever?
Not necessarily.
Is there any reason we just don't sleep on our bus?
Well,
More
probably
comfortable?
because you don't want to always sleep on your bus, is what I was assuming. But you can definitely say that you did that.
So our bus is armored, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather sleep on an armored bus than a storefront.
Hey,
full of
we all
glass.
know you would.
So I think everybody else doesn't want to, though. You know what I mean? So maybe you like
No, that makes sense. Yeah.
share that, or
I'm
maybe
just
you
gonna
sleep on
go
the bus
sleep
yourself.
on the bus.
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, I
So
probably,
think everybody
you know
else
what I
is
do?
just like, oh, I called the bed. Like,
Yeah, I go up to Jared real quick while everybody's like saying that, and I say real quick like, what's the read on our situation we have here? Do we want to make sure that the gals don't go in the house with him? Maybe have one of us go in there or two. What do you think?
They're all sleeping
you bring
outside. He's
Connor
just gonna
into
bring
this?
beds out, right?
Sure, yeah, let's say Jared and Connor. Sure.
Oh, not me.
I mean, I don't plan on sleeping, so whatever. I'll chill. I'll chill in the house.
well, I think Connor is probably like, I mean, Mickey and I can take a bed. I mean, that'd be nice. Like guy and girl. That way, it's like safer that way.
I get it. I see where you're going. I was like, okay, yeah, it's been a while, probably. Yeah, you know, I got you.
I look at the building. I'm like, the walls don't look very well insulated.
Jared and I are down. I mean,
Yeah, I just shake my
Connor
head. I'm
gives
like,
you away, David.
everybody figure it out on your own. I don't care.
Yeah, he was like, I'm done with the situation. Yeah, so I think Connor and Mickey probably take a bed. Adam, I'm assuming you probably don't take a bed, but probably like stay in the house with Miles, or maybe you do with Gabby. That makes sense.
I mean, at
Couples.
this point, like they're not officially like together, so I think he doesn't just like yeah.
I'm sorry, I forgot.
But I mean, they are like, you know, under the radar. Like they're
Stop
not like
trying to rush things, Connor.
Yeah,
Exactly.
sorry.
it's like they both know they're into each other, but they just haven't done anything. They're not
Right,
like
yeah.
doing
So they're
anything
probably
about it.
comfortable
That's
sharing
fair.
a bunk. They just, yeah.
So he'll probably, if he did, he'd probably just be in the same room, but he wouldn't like share a bed because I don't think
Sure.
he's not like that forward.
Oh yeah. I understand.
Although she probably wouldn't like care because she kind of like
I'm
looks
a
after
party.
him.
So you could probably argue pragmatism. The world did end. I feel like
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, does anybody else like claim a spot where, like Jared and Josh, where do you guys stay? And David,
I'll go in the
David,
shed.
you're on the bus, I assume.
yeah, I'm gonna sleep in the bus.
And Caleb, you're in Josh.
Is the bus nearby at all? Can it be nearby?
Yeah. You got. I mean, you can park it wherever you want. It's
All right, great.
it's wherever.
I park it
Me
up
and
there.
Granola are just curled up on the floor of the den in front of the fireplace.
The issue though is, David, when you wake up the next morning, there's a parking ticket on the windshield. I'm just kidding.
I burn it. Who's gonna make me pay it?
Bus is
Okay,
okay for me
Jared-
unless there's. I'm fine with just being on the bus.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. So David's got some company there. Jared, what did you say?
I'm just chilling. Like does he have a den?
In the
Like
house.
like a living room, a fireplace, or whatever.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm just curled up in front of that with Granola.
Okay, yeah. He's got like probably like a maybe not a fireplace, but like a wood burner,
Mhm.
and I like help heat his house, and
Mhm.
you curl up next to granola there. So I think we kind of like fast forward to like the next morning, and like Miles is like let's say you, Adam, you like get out of bed or get off the floor or wherever you slept, and like you come downstairs, and Miles is like trying to make like a big breakfast for everybody. And he like sees you and he's like, "Oh, Adam, do you want to give me a hand?"
Miles, I love you. Yes, I will definitely help you make me food. That's what he does.
He kind of looks at you and he's like, "Uh-huh." He's like, "Adam, you seem a bit different."
We jump cut and neither of them are wearing a shirt. They're just wearing aprons. And
no.
What?
I think he like taste tests some of the food and he's like, "What do you
mean?" He's like, well, you seem less serious. I think it's been working out for you. Is that your wife?
Gabby? No. Maybe someday. But
how offended is she by how quickly he said no?
Well, I think Gabby's probably still upstairs. Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Bummer.
We're not married at this point.
Mickey says, "No, she's not."
He puts his hand on his shoulder. He's like, "Well, why so serious?" That's a joke. Never mind. But sometimes you just gotta, not take life too seriously. Sometimes.
I think he's like pouring something as you're saying that, like from a measuring cup or something like that, and he like overflows like the thing he's pouring it into, Miles, and it like realizes
Miles, you're
he's just like I think he like sets everything down. He's just like,
Miles, you okay? You seem a little rattled. Do I have to roll an empathy check, or is that just obvious? It's just like.
Yeah, I mean, he's rattled. You can roll empathy if you want to like get a better understanding of.
Well, yeah, let's see what I get. I wasn't like looking deep into him. I was just kind of like, he seems kind of weird.
You're not looking too far. No, I think. I mean, what your goal is to try to just figure out why.
I'm not trying to figure out anything. I'm just noticing he looks like something wrong. I don't know. He doesn't seem like going along with my. Like he doesn't seem like happy. Like, oh, I like your attitude.
So
right, but you're trying to read his emotional state still, right?
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Man, this is gonna be bad.
Difficulty 3.
Yeah, but I think a -1 empathy. Yes.
Oh, I mean, if you just don't want to roll, you can. I mean, you notice what I told you. If you want to know more than what I told you.
I don't. I didn't want to know anything more. I just kind of was like, you seem weird. Oh, yeah. I wasn't look deep into it or why or ask him. I wasn't going to do anything.
Yeah. So he just seems troubled, and I think he just says, I mean, Adam, the last time I met you, I mean, you seemed, well, like you had a purpose in life. Like you wanted to protect your colony, and you asked me to come with you and help you protect them because of my skills. And, well, now you just seem like you don't remember any of that. Did something happen to you?
I can't remember.
You have what?
I don't remember anything that a few months ago kind of started a new life. I just kind of forgot it all. But
so you have amnesia?
I remember your face, but I don't remember how we met. But considering the fact that you said that, would you still want to go? I think he just says that because he's curious. Like, would you still go?
Still go where?
To the colony. Like, does he still want to go to the colony?
Oh, he says, well, maybe. I'm not terribly happy about where I am here, but I feel like I owe this place something, and this is kind of my home. I don't really know how I feel about being here.
That's what they all say. Nobody wants to leave home, but they do want to start a new life. But they're conflicted. It's a big decision. Too bad I can't remember what decision I made. That's all he says.
So, I think what we get is like some noises from outside, and Miles like starts, and he like looks at like what he's cooking, and then he like looks back at you, and he's like, Adam, you guys have to leave. You guys have to leave right now. And he pushes you to like go grab your stuff. Go tell everybody else. Go,
Miles. What are you talking about, man?
You guys have to go now.
Okay. And then he kind of like rushes, but he's like, okay, whatever you say.
So you like go grab Gabby. Do you tell anybody, or
I'm like, hey,
just grabs Gabby and leaves.
No, I think he like quietly kind of like is trying to just make noise, but not enough noise to like he's not shouting. He's like, hey, get up.
Yeah. So Connor,
I think he just kind of like motions, like point, like look outside. Were they outside or something? The noise outside.
Yeah. He heard some he heard something like outside. You're not sure exactly what you heard. You can roll something if you want to like to listen outside or like look outside. If you wanted to like roll a notice check, I think probably a difficulty 2.
I think he was just going to look outside, but I guess if they're hiding or something.
Oh,
that's probably what I expected.
If you wanted to roll or spend a fate point, you can.
Nah.
All right. Yeah. So you look outside. You have no idea.
I'll use them. I'm going to use them.
Okay.
I didn't notice anything.
No. Yeah. You don't notice anything.
Okay. I think he's just kind of like, man, I wonder what he's looking at. I don't see anything.
Yeah. So I think Connor and Mickey like come out and they're like, yeah, we'll get everybody together, and they run off. And Gabby's like, what's going on?
I don't know. Let's just run.
Okay. So cut to you, Jared. You hear kind of like some of this going on, because I'm assuming you never slept.
Yeah.
Or maybe you did like end up falling asleep by the fire.
I mean, I probably did, but he's a light sleeper, and Granola is an even lighter sleeper.
Right. So as soon as there's noise, you wake up. Do you want to roll a notice check for me to see if you notice anything, or what? Or just what do you do? Do you just like get everybody in order already, or?
Well, I'm already suspicious thanks to me failing.
Right.
And I mean, I'll roll a notice, I guess. What's the difficulty?
2.
Nope. I failed.
Okay, yeah.
1.
So you have no idea what's going on either. So what do you do? What do you do in reaction to?
I'd probably just like poke my head in the kitchen, because I assume he's still making noise in there. The guy, the breakfast.
Yeah, well, I think either Miles or Adam or Connor told you like we got to go. So you already have that bit of information. So like, how do you react to it? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'd probably just like usher everyone to get going, and then like pop my head outside, see what's going on.
Yeah.
Should the people on the bus also roll, or are we not close enough to detect this?
Yeah, for sure.
I'd want to wake belay that. I'd want to wake David up.
I don't think we're sleeping in the same area. So
I thought you were on the bus.
Yeah,
I am, but aren't you in the building?
Yeah, that's why I wanted I'd leave the building to go wake you up.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so you run out.
I figure if something is wrong, David should be ready.
Yeah, so Jared runs up and wakes up you and Josh. How do you guys react?
Can we see?
Or Jared, what do you say?
Like, we're on the street, right? In the bus. So like, can we see what's going on?
Yeah, I mean, you can decide wherever you were if you want to be on the street.
Can I make a notice roll to try and see what's going on?
Yeah,
like
notice roll 2.
Cool. Wow, I got a -3.
Josh, do you want to make?
Yeah, can I assist David on that?
Don't assist him. He'd still fail.
No, that's technically what the roll would have been there.
I have a +3 to my notice, and I got 0.
That's fair.
What was the difficulty of the
2? So the difficulty is 2. So Josh could give you a +1 to that roll because that's how notice rolls work.
I'm just gonna spend a point. I'm just gonna spend a point on I'm the gun on the wall and re-roll that because what are the chances I get such a bad roll again?
Right. Yeah. -2.
There we go.
Oh,
yeah, much better.
Well, he got a boost.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So
David,
it's a 6 altogether, actually.
you notice that the militia has come back. The guarding force to this city has returned.
Shoot down the house, just like.
And I think with the no, they don't shoot down the house. They pass the house, no problem.
Oh.
But I think what you noticed, David, because of your high roll, you probably like using your scope or whatever. You notice that these guys, as they're coming into town, they kind of round up a lot of people, and I think you notice that like some of them like are knocking on doors and like basically like hit on some women and kind of like grab them and kind of like walk them over with them to like the tavern area, like the saloon that you guys.
So when you say militia is the volunteer protectors of a city. Like you're just saying the people who protect Salt Lake City, like the guards of Salt Lake City.
Yes and no. I guess you see a group of soldiers. The guy you saw at the gate and the guys that you have seen who were like protecting the city, like all didn't look like soldiers. And these guys look like soldiers. They're wearing the vests. They have the equipment.
Yeah, I guess just because you used the word militia, I was confused as to like even how he would know that was what they were. So we see soldiers. We see soldiers in uniforms.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, what you realize, what I mean by quote unquote militia saying that is that these people belong here and they're welcome back. Like these are the people that like.
Are we near the gate or something?
I think the house was near the gate. Yes.
Okay. So I was just curious, like how we knew that was happening. So
yeah,
the people that they're pulling out of the house are being coerced. You said though they're not like.
It looks ambiguous to you. It looks like they are being coerced, but because of your high roll, you also notice that they seem like they should be being coerced. They kind of go willingly.
Oh,
and that's kind of what you notice with your high roll.
Hey,
so this seems like, the boys are home and they grab their wives. They're gonna go celebrate. If that's what it seems like. I don't know.
Not exactly.
A little bit more.
To find out.
I see where he's going. It's probably a little bit more like they are afraid, probably.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of go with them because they're like, yeah, but they don't seem like they go truly willingly, but they do willingly. Like you see them going willingly, but it doesn't look like it's what they prefer.
I watched them go into a pub. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Did you share that with me?
Look at Jared and I ask if he wants to get a drink. And I don't drink, so.
Right. Right.
Connor, I request a compel.
I mean, I haven't said anything beyond that.
Yeah.
I know what that means.
Okay.
Well, right, because you don't drink.
I'm not going to compel you quite yet.
Right, but yeah. I mean, the specifics.
I think Jared. Yeah. Well, I think Jared can at least understand like the general implication.
But yeah, I'm just like, let's go.
So who else? So Adam, do you like? Are you like at the bus? Do you like hear this conversation? Like, do we get the gang together and like you five like go or like go to the pub or like how does this look? Jared and David, do they go by themselves? Obviously, Josh, you're in the car with them.
It wasn't my intention to
I'd follow them if they try to go. So
sure.
It wasn't my intention to like.
I gotta be the center of attention.
I was just going to go Jared, but see this one come that works.
So Caleb, we haven't gotten a scene with you yet then. So I think Connor is the one that comes to wake you guys up all in the store. And he just says, hey, Miles said we got to go. Get everybody together.
Yeah. I frown, but start doing that. I probably just like while I'm doing that, I look to you and I'm like, do you know any more details? Is he just being paranoid or?
He seems very concerned. I don't know.
Okay.
There's something going on in the city. I don't know what it is, but
I frown and then I remember that David was like out on the bus. And I kind of like bite my lip and then say,
sure.
You handle stuff here. I'm going to go.
He says, well, yeah, I don't know if you want to finish this.
I just cut the sentence out.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, he's like, yeah, for sure. Go.
Yeah, so I book it with my hunting rifle. Yeah.
So, Josh, are you going to go with then too?
I think so.
I mean, if everybody else is doing it, kind of a thing.
Yeah, I'm morbidly curious what's going on.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, you guys all make your way over, and I think the soldiers that returned, like, they've got like motorcycles and like some like convertibles that they've like decked out, and like some like Jeeps with like no hood. Like they all look like they're, you know, like hanging on to the sides of cars. That kind of a like a
vibe.
That kind of vibe, yeah. And they almost everybody like heads into the pub, and so you guys kind of show up, and I think there are a couple of soldiers that are like outside talking with some of the men, and I think David is kind of carrying along with your notice roll. Like a couple of the men seem like nervous and are kind of like concerned, and they're kind of like talking to the guys like
they're like other reactions to. Oh, okay, never mind.
Well, that's just kind of you're just noticing their reactions, that kind of thing. Okay. And the soldiers are like trying to console them, like, no worries, it's all good, no problem.
How many soldiers were there?
Just 2 on the outside, but I think like, you probably noticed like 30.
Jeez, okay. I bring my rocket launcher with me.
Okay, hold up. Yes. Are you trying to conceal the fact that you were holding this rocket launcher?
How did I possibly do that?
Well, I think that's the point.
I mean, okay, well, for clarity's sake, there's a giant rifle on my back. I have 2 pistols externally visible. I'm already, what's another giant tube on my back? It's fine. I'm not going to look
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't intend to be stealthy about this, but if I have to kill 30 people, I'm going to need something explosive.
Yeah, so I think
says you want to kill them. You just have to kill them.
No, I'm just saying if it comes to that, I can't shoot 30 people at once unless I have a rocket.
You see 30 people, and you're like, man, how am I going to kill 30 people?
So
like,
my intention
why do you jump to that conclusion?
Look, it's a contingency. That's how plans work.
Those people look like I need to kill them.
It's David. That's how he rolls.
Yeah.
He's always contingency planning.
Mm-hmm.
And also always killing people.
Yeah. You have to have a plan to kill everyone in the room. That's how it works.
So I think the like 2 soldiers on the outside of the pub, they kind of notice you, and I think one of them kind of walks over and is like, "Hey, what are you guys doing in our city?" And he's like probably 26, something like that. Like he looks like a punk, you know what I mean? Like he looks like maybe younger than 26. He looks younger to you. He looks like a punk, like a college age groupie.
Yeah,
but he's like well built, and he's armed well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he says, I say, we're waiting for a train, I think.
He says, well, move along. There ain't no train in the pub.
Well, no, but last I checked, this is the kind of place you wait.
I think the 2 soldiers like look at each other. Is there a role here, David, of like your goal here, or?
I want to go in.
Okay, do you want to make like a rapport roll?
I make I guess it is probably a rapport roll. I'd rather provoke them.
Well, but you kind of are rapporting right now, and then you're failing the rapport would be.
Don't worry, you can assist me on my provoke roll once this fails.
I got a 1. That's better than I expected.
Are
you gonna have them roll
difficulty for them? I guess I'll have them roll since because you didn't. I didn't give you a difficulty. I'll do.
That'd be will. Oh.
Okay, so they got a 5.
They have 3 will.
That's an oof.
I guess it's just described. So yeah, so they're like, no, this pub is for soldiers only. Get out.
That's funny. I saw a lot of unarmed chicks walk in earlier. That's
unfortunate. I don't see any soldiers here.
Oh man. I think one of them walks back in. And the other guy is like, you guys don't want to mess with us.
Right, Granola and I get right up in his face, and I'm like, we're going to get a drink, thank you.
I'm pretty sure we do want to mess with you.
So Jared, do you guys just want to like walk in? Or is this a provoke roll?
Oh, yeah, no, I'm intimidating the crap out of this guy.
Okay, yeah. Okay, go ahead.
You're provoked, Jared.
I'm not trying to intimidate.
I'll roll his will in response.
Can I add like a +1 to Jared's roll just because I'm like next
if you
to
have
him?
provoke, you can.
What?
As long as you have +1
provoke. I'm not, what did you say?
As long as you have at least +1 provoke, you can.
Yeah.
Why not?
So that's the aiding mechanic.
Maybe I don't. I have a 0 literally.
Oh, dang. Well, David, you're helping, right?
Yeah, somebody help provoke.
So even if you did say something, it wouldn't actually give him a mechanical bonus.
Hey, you can still narratively say whatever.
It's your provoke, Jared.
I already said it.
Okay, then yeah, I'll help you.
Pretty sure we do want to mess with you.
Go ahead and roll, Jared.
What's the difficulty?
I'm rolling for him. He's gonna get a +2 this time instead of a +3 since the other guy isn't there. Oh, jeez. Okay, so
5 on 5.
Tie, which means
I get a boost.
What is that for?
Success with the cost, basically.
Okay, yeah.
I accidentally knock all of their bikes over. All right, Granola bumps into their bikes and they all just tip over, like in the movie.
So I guess what's your goal with this provoke, Jared? You're trying to intimidate him.
To get him to back off.
To get him to back off.
Back down, I guess.
Okay, Granola knocking over the motorcycles isn't going to get him to back down. Like that, I think that's indefinite. Like,
I mean, what happens is they fall down like dominoes, and then crushes his leg, and he can't do anything about it.
No, so I think you spook him, and
probably just snarls at him.
He's out like
starts to walk away. Like, you want to play that game?
I think I just want to create maybe an aspect here.
I mean, I do get a boost off of that since we tied.
Well, no, I think he would.
No, so overcome is
success at the cost. So
success at the cost.
What you want, and he gets something.
I'm going to create like an aspect here of.
So Connor gets a boost off of that, is what you're saying?
Or yeah, he's choosing to sort of take the cost.
The cost here of not succeeding is that creating an aspect about the situation.
That's literally attacking. Sure. This is like the actual attacking character. If they roll attack and they tie, gets a boost, but this is a overcome roll instead. So.
Well, it's not an overcome because he's rolling in defense of it.
Well, you can oppose and overcome with an overcome.
But he's defending with will. I'm attacking his will.
Well, I mean, if you wanted to like do will damage to him and then have like a conversation, you would. But that's not what we're doing. So instead, it's an overcome. Oh. But yeah, it's only an attack if you're actually trying to affect their statistics, like doing will damage. In which case, we'd have to like do a whole combat.
Well, in which case that he wouldn't roll against it. Then that would just be a static.
Well, no, he would oppose with his will. You can oppose overcomes with overcomes, which is what's happening. So like if you were trying to grab something and I tried to grab it, we'd both roll overcome and one of us would win. And that's what he did basically here.
Yeah, you wouldn't take damage from that, but
I just thought the difficulty was his will then.
Well, I mean, we don't actually want that to be the case because in many cases they might roll worse than their will. And so I mean, I guess
Connor,
it's up to Connor. But
can you only use one stunt at a time?
It depends on what the stunts
you can
are.
use as many stunts as are relevant.
Okay, to avoid all of this kerfuffle, I'm just going to spend my fate point.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
You only get 3 stunts, right?
You get 3 for free, and then you can spend a refresh, which means you don't get as many fate points at the next session, in order to buy another one.
I would totally do that.
So you can have up to 6, but then you'd only have 1 refresh, which means you'd only get 1 fate point back at every session.
Okay. Yeah.
So if you have 4, you should have 3 refresh, correct?
Yes. Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Because the game starts us with 3 refresh, but we have 4 because we played another campaign.
Gotcha.
And so, yeah.
I wanted to give you something.
Yeah.
Give you something for all your hard work. So Jared, what does this look like then? And what are you spending your aspect on, or your fate point on your which aspect? Okay, yeah. So just him growling?
Oh, he just gets right up in his face with me.
Okay, sure.
Stares him down.
Okay, I would say he peed himself, but he didn't succeed with style. So he just like pales, and he just kind of like runs back into the pub.
All right. I mean, I don't know these guys. I just burst in.
All right, we get
the doors like in an old Western movie.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. We get this saloon scene where all the guys are inside and they're all drinking and they're talking to their girls, and they got their women on their laps and that kind of a thing, and they're playing cards or whatever. And you guys walk in and the scene just shifts. All eyes on you guys. And David's holding a literal rocket launcher.
I'm not holding it. That's
okay.
That
It's got to be that. Yeah.
That would be a bit much. Real quick before that happens, these people, there were civilian dudes outside of the bar, right? They were like talking to these soldiers a second ago.
Yeah.
All right. I'd like to get an idea of what's going on from them, if that's possible. So like before I walk in, I want to look at that guy and be like, so what's all this about?
Make a roll here. Like rapport, or maybe Baroque, like try to extract information from him and tell me how.
Yeah. Well, I mean, after what we just said, I'll probably just rope. I think that makes sense. I'm not like de-escalating.
Can I do something? As soon as we walk in, I'm like, 2 vodka tonics, please. I just order it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I order 1 milk on the rocks.
This is actually important. Does he actually get me the 2 vodka tonics?
Well, I think
no. We'll resolve what David is doing like right before you guys walk in first. But he definitely doesn't give you it.
I wanted to rewind it real quick. Yeah, I got a 5.
Yeah. Okay. Jeez. Yeah. You're good. He's just like, we pay them for protecting us. We pay them with whatever they want. And he like looks down in shame.
Yeah.
Does that give you enough information, or do you
no, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, I just like. I think so. I was planning to say this before we went in because otherwise we can't have the cool walk-in scene. So,
Jared, what'd you say?
I was asking if I heard it.
Oh, sure, yeah. So you do that real quick, and then you guys walk in, and Adam breaks the quiet tension with 2 vodka tonics, and nobody does anything. Adam,
can I get that, please? Never mind.
No, yeah, and
never mind.
Adam, do you? A guy walks over. And Adam, I guess I want you to roll contact. This isn't for you to make up who this is. This is going to decide if you remember who this is, and we'll just use the same mechanic of, do you recognize this face, and we'll just use contact to see if you remember. Or no, I guess that would be decide you remember them, and the contact should be deciding if they act favorably towards you. And these people don't act favorably towards you, so never mind. So you recognize this person, but we'll figure out why you recognize this person and a few others. So he walks over, like basically what you guys assume is like the leader of the group, right? And he like says a few words to the guy who like ran in, and then he like walks over and he like puts his hands like on his waist, like where his pistols are, and he just says, "What are you guys doing in our city? You don't belong here."
These guys are a broken record.
Well, that's rude.
And Adam, as soon as you say that, he like notices you, and his eyes go wide, and he says, "Adam, how are you still alive?"
Dude, you get around.
He's like, I'm just as surprised as you are. Yeah, I'm alive. Fine and dandy.
And I think a lot of like that starts with like some whispers around the pub, and you that's when you kind of like realize like you notice quite a few faces here, and
oh man, what did I do? What happened?
Go anywhere without shooting somebody you know?
He says, "Why are you guys with this scumbag?"
To me and Jared?
To all of you, yeah.
He kind of just showed up.
I mean, we knew him before the bombs fell, Jared.
Yes, but did you say this? I'm like he has a bad track record.
I mean, do you really think that's relevant at this point?
Yeah, I guess not.
How much deeper can this hole get? And then so I'm just going to turn to him and before.
Yeah, I think like while you're doing that, he says, "Why are you guys bickering like little girls?
Why are you taking advantage of women like cowards?"
I think, he goes eyes wide, like he's ready to kill you, and you see like a hostility you normally see only in animals' eyes.
So I'm like, okay,
that's a provoke. I want to provoke.
Yeah, you want to roll?
Yeah.
What's your goal here?
To make him see the error of his way. I want to goad him into the first punch.
Okay, sure, yeah.
This can't be an easy roll.
I feel like that's an extremely easy roll. He wants to murder me already. To goad him into attacking me.
He's gonna roll in return. Have you rolled?
Oh, you mean you're trying to provoke him into getting mad and attacking you?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's defending with his will.
It's like a 1. He's about to do it anyways.
David, are you assisting me with this?
Insisting in getting him to punch you?
Or well, provoking.
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Darn. Again with the ties.
Yep. So you could spend a fate point. Wait.
It's success with
right, yeah. So it's success with a minor cost. So I think you can goad him into taking the first punch, but you'll take a mild consequence.
I mean,
he'll actually get the first punch in without you being able to do anything.
Yeah, he'd probably get like a boost on the roll. I don't know if he'd automatically get a consequence. Like well, I guess it's up to you, really. But
yeah, it's up to me. He's gonna punch you square in the nose.
Hey, well, I'm just gonna choose to fail then.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you don't goad him into the first punch.
I mean, that's not how that works. With the tie, he succeeds with a minor cost.
Okay.
No, you get to choose when you you get to choose when you fail. You can either fail or succeed at a major cost. But I mean, you could also just say, Connor, 2 shifts of damage, and then Jared can distribute that.
2 shifts.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say instead. I didn't realize he couldn't just decide not to fail, or he could just decide he couldn't just decide to fail.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So. Yeah. So you just allocate that to stress, Jared.
Wait, hold on. Just real question before I start to do stuff. If I use a stunt and I lose a refresh, do I still have the fate points from this session?
It doesn't cost you a fate point; it just costs you a refresh.
Well, I mean, it doesn't like if I have like 2 refresh but I had 3 fate points, it doesn't like go down to 2. Okay.
No, but if you spend it and then you go down to 2, you won't get another one next session. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's fine.
Well, in response to his punch, since it was only the stress, not a consequence. There's no blood. He just punches me and takes it away, and there's nothing there. I'm like, oh, you punch like a woman too. How are you? I don't even understand why they're listening to you.
Ooh, wow. Okay. I think they all pull out their guns, right? And they don't fire, but they all pull out their guns like we're gonna take you guys down, kind of a thing.
I pull out my rocket launcher.
Okay, all right. Now let's set the scene here. There are women.
There are a bunch of defenseless women.
All right, no, I just setting the scene. All right, just to clarify.
Josh is in the bar, right?
Everybody is, yeah.
Well, not me.
Yeah, I'm
No, you
just
are, yeah.
watching them
Well,
provoke these people. I'm like,
Is this now like an intense?
I don't know how to
situation,
respond to
everybody's
this,
pointing
like-
guns at each other or something.
yeah, Connor, if I had been there, I would have done something. So the thing I was thinking is I would rush over and then I would notice whatever Miles is doing, because I'm curious about like how he's actually reacting to this himself.
Oh, okay, sure. So we can cut over there real
Yeah,
quick
let's do
then.
that.
I had assumed that you would run to the bus with
Also,
everybody
I
else
think-
and then went to the pub.
Well,
I'm gonna-
I just given the timing on it, it seemed like they went in first. So
Sure.
I'm going to do
That's
something different, but let's see what Caleb does first. 'Cause,
Uh,
yeah.
Okay, I wanted to do something, but I don't want to do it when it's too late.
Oh yeah. Just
Okay. So this is an intense situation, right?
Yeah.
Has anyone shot anything yet?
No.
Can I try to stop the fight before it happens, as I see it about to happen, and then try and I want to convince everyone that they should make me their leader and that they shouldn't fight. And that,
Okay,
and
sure.
that, like,
Well,
hey,
so
like we should all like.
so
like,
real
basically
quick,
preach camaraderie.
I feel like it's a good cliffhanger to
Mhm.
leave the scene off, go to me quick, and then cut back to that.
Yeah, that's
right?
what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Adam
No,
was
yeah.
just making sure that when we come back to that,
Sure.
I didn't want. Yeah.
he didn't want a rocket launcher to be shot at the next scene.
No, I'm
Yeah.
I'm reckoning that anyways. I have a different idea if this doesn't work, so it's fine. Yeah,
Okay, sure.
But yeah, I mean, what did I notice anything like from the house? Like, when I was walking over there or running over there, from what is Miles actually doing? And could I have
Why don't
noticed
you make a roll?
Okay.
Notice
Yeah, makes sense.
difficulty 2.
notice?
Yep.
Okay.
Or maybe no, because notice because you'd be like walking by.
Yes, I'm pretty good at notice. 4.
First notice roll you guys have just succeeded on. That's so funny.
Nice.
Okay,
Hey, excuse me.
you spent a fate point.
No, I didn't. I rolled a
Oh, I
5.
thought you did. Oh no, you're right.
I think I've rolled
No,
2
you spent a
fives.
fate point to reroll.
You're right. I did spend reroll. That's right. I think did I roll again? Though? No, I didn't. Never mind. That's provoke. Go ahead.
Okay, so Caleb, you notice that he is on the floor shaking.
Like seizure. Or
Oh, who's shaking? Oh.
Like traumatic.
Like
He's not like
folded like
dying.
this, like
He's like
yeah. I go over to him, lean down, and I say, Miles, who are those? Who are those men?
He just kind of looks up at you and he's like, Brotherhood, they protect this city.
Why are you scared of them, Miles?
I'm not scared of. I'm scared of what's gonna happen. They find you guys.
Why are you scared? Why are you scared of that?
Because they came early. I don't like it when we take. Yes.
My friends went in there to confront them. This is going to turn into a fight, isn't it?
He just looks at you.
I look at him and I say, Miles, do you know those men?
He just nods.
And then I think I actually swear at him. I say what the heck, but no, what the heck. I don't feel comfortable saying it myself, but in this moment, I would try to shock him with that, and be like, what the heck are you doing just sitting here? Get up like a man and go solve this.
Roll.
Yeah,
Roll for
I'm trying
me.
to provoke him probably.
Let me pull up this character sheet here.
I am actually horrible at provoke.
You have large ham, don't you?
I think that's like an aggressive situation. Honestly.
What, to intimidate someone?
I think that's the opposite, actually. Right? Isn't it like?
I mean, I'm
de-escalating?
kind of trying. Well, I'm trying to provoke him with negative emotions so he'll get off his butt and do something.
What's the wording of the stunt? You read it a lot, but I still forget it.
You may use rapport in place of provoke to intimidate someone.
Oh, okay. That was a different thing.
Does that count here,
it's,
Connor?
It's intimidating if he thinks you're going to hurt him, right? Like,
I'm trying to like put the fear of God in him, sort of a thing. Like,
right.
Yeah, no, I think that makes sense.
You're trying to make him more scared of you than them, right? So,
Yeah.
yes.
He's gonna roll well in
it's,
return.
And it's not even like so much being scared of me exactly, but it's being like it's a verbal slap, right?
Yeah.
Across the face of like, what are you doing? You're a coward.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. 6.
Oh
yeah,
wow!
So you succeed.
Can I? Well, I guess that's just an overcome. So basically, what I want him to do is like pull himself up by his bootstraps, go there and like solve this himself, right? Like be the mediator between these two groups and make sure nothing bad happens here. Like basically take responsibility instead of just cowering here.
Okay.
And I'll go with him, but I feel like he's our best chance. Like he's the link between the two of us. So.
I think this role was to succeed with him to go there, but not necessarily to.
I mean, but that's what I wanted him to do, right? I was telling him to get up, go there, and do something about it.
I think that will be a separate role with a separate difficulty, not related to his will. There's something else at play here that
can it be he'll do something, but maybe not the thing I want him to do unless I roll?
He's definitely going to do something,
okay,
but he's not going to.
Not necessarily going to be a mediator.
Okay. Yeah, he'll do something, but maybe not what.
Sure.
He's not going to do everything he could do. I'll put it that way.
Okay.
Okay. So he comes with you. So then I'm assuming we'll cut back to you guys and.
Well, I assume this is probably like when he walks in at this moment, right? Like,
right. So you guys are walking in behind him, but then Adam, you get to say what you were going to say.
Yeah.
I wanted to attempt to make a rapport roll.
Yeah.
But can I say what I attempt and then at the end roll a rapport roll to see if it actually works, or do I have to do it before
you can say it first. Yeah.
I wanted to monologue, so
that's usually how we do it, to be honest.
I wanted to make a monologue and then make the rapport roll to see if it actually like works.
Yeah.
I think this is the way it does. Is like this is the scene we get is everyone just kind of turns off, but I think the camera doesn't like cut to Adam at certain times. What's happening is he keeps kind of like crunching over in pain, kind of like a twitch almost, and he keeps twitching out and grabbing his head, but then he like comes back, and then he just keeps doing that, and it's like he's like struggling in his head, and then finally at this moment, everyone points their guns or something kind of gets intense or it's about to happen, and then he like does the same thing. Then he yells enough and he's like, no. And he smashes like a, I don't know. What do you call it? Like a mug,
glass, a mug,
like a beer mug on the ground. And then he goes over to the bar and he kind of like pops up on it and he grabs another beer and he kind of like chugs it. And then he starts smiling. He's like, what are we doing? Mr. Rambo over here fights all the G.I. Joes. People die. Probably some innocent Barbies over here could get shot in the crossfire. Every time we come across a group of people we don't like, we start a fight. And we never accomplish anything. Except dying.
Point of order here. Who's speaking?
Me. Oh. Wait, what do you mean?
Which Adam?
It's a secret.
Okay. All right. Well, because there's, I just want to make sure that if depending on which Adam, you know who these people are. That's why I was.
Yeah, it
doesn't matter.
I'm gonna keep it a secret. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It doesn't matter. We keep fighting and fighting and fighting. In this world, every life means something. This isn't just the good versus the bad. This is, why can't we all come together and just do good? Everyone's fighting over what is good, what is morality, what is the right thing, what is the wrong thing. Everyone's killing everybody, and what does that accomplish? There's no justice. There's no justice in any of what we're doing. You guys go out and fight for these people, they hire you, and then what? You oppress them. They don't respect you because you guys don't respect yourselves. But what do? You go from town to town thinking we're some sort of police, finding some sort of morality, and then what? We shoot people without even a fair trial? What's the point of it all? I've started a colony. And it fell to the ground because everyone turned on each other. So what's the point? We're not restarting the world. We're just continuing the old one. This was finally a chance to start over. Of course, we would have chosen differently. But we're here. Your leader isn't exactly leading you in the right direction. He just is there. You guys do what you want. You treat people like dirt. All for what? So you can seem like the big bad soldiers that come in and nobody likes you? Maybe you should follow me. Because maybe you'll actually get something done. Maybe people actually like you. Maybe you stand for some sort of purpose. You'll stand for something bigger than yourself, and people will respect you for it. Okay.
Before you roll, I lean into Jared and I'm like, is he talking to us or them?
And Josh
I love this scene.
Both? I don't know.
What,
Josh
what did you say?
Josh just kind of gives the two of you a pointed look like, how do you not know it's both of us? How do you not know he's talking to both?
He keeps making mention like he's not, but then he keeps talking.
He like pauses for a second. He's like, just get me a vodka tonic.
What does it drink?
Adam, roll report. Difficulty is 6.
Okay.
I really hope he fails this.
Okay,
Really
what's the
badly.
difficulty? What's the difficulty?
6.
6? Okay.
Yes.
Can I use the stunt if am I considered inebriated?
Well, you didn't get your vodka tonic yet.
I drank the beer before as I stood up there.
Do you get drunk on
I
one
mean,
beer?
yeah.
Also, I think it might take a second.
I smashed the bottle and then I grabbed another beer, and before I started talking, I was like, and I threw it.
Alcohol takes a while to get into
Yeah, it
your
has to absorb your bloodstream.
Sorry, Adam.
I'll give it to him.
Oh, wow. Nicer GM than I am always.
All right,
it's
I'm
fine.
gonna actually. Can I? Okay, so I'm gonna use my. I get a free stunt, and then I'm gonna use a refresh. So I'm gonna. But what I have is, let's see. Hold on. Get my face. I'm going to feeling a little tipsy. You're at the top of your game. +2 rapport when you were inebriated, and then keep talking. Talk your way out of anything in an intense or awkward situation. Get +2 rapport to attempt to monologue to safety.
Oh, so just so you know, when we're talking about the refresh thing, that is like if you want to make a new one beyond your 3, you can use ones you already have in conjunction with each other for free. That's just as long as they both apply, they both apply. So if you already have them,
oh, so I can use them both for free?
Yeah, as long as you're not. What we were talking about before is like if you have 3 stunts and you want to buy a 4th one, it costs a refresh. But if you already have,
I'm saying that's my 4th one though.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure because
I have 3, and then that was like the 4th one that I made, so I figured I'd use
that's perfect. Then. I just wanted to clarify or make sure I was understanding.
And then I want to, what do you think any of the aspects would work, Connor? I was thinking
you don't have to pay for that unless you fail. You don't have to use aspects for bonuses unless you fail. Yeah.
So do I just add those +2 to the roll then?
Mm-hmm. When he asks you for a modifier, when you click the roll, you just put whatever your modifier is. 4 in this case.
Would you say a 6?
Holy crap!
Yes.
Got a 9.
Than that though.
Wait. Why are there 2 +4s? Oh, you have a +4 to report. Holy cow! All right, sick. Good job.
Dang.
Okay, so
But my wait, hold on. I want to make sure that you get the memo. I did want to make them stop, but I wanted to make them I wanted to also convince them to follow me, because I said that I led a colony, and so I kind of used that as
just take all the people who are protecting the city.
Hey, you should stop following this person because obviously they're not doing a very good job, and maybe I can convince. So I'm doing 3 different achievements just from doing that. I stop a battle. I kind of lead them to not oppress the people and also not start a fight. And I don't remember what the third one was. but
Then you can get them to follow you, right?
yeah. So I wanted to make
guess-
sure that was the right roll. Did you want to make it more difficult, or
I think I'd make it an 8 in that case. Of
But he
not
still
only
succeeds,
not
though.
fight, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be legendary, right?
Yeah.
And he did legendary +1. So I think you succeed here, but I think I'm going to spend a fate point. Actually, no, I'm not going to spend a fate point on that. I'm going to use overly suspicious. We'll get rid of that boost, and they're not buying it because of how Jared and the rest of the gang is acting towards them.
Sure.
Good thing you have 3 fate points, Adam.
yeah, So I just use a fate point to try to get her to.
So you
If you have
have to
something to call
have.
on.
You can just give it a +2 if you have something. You actually have to have something to compel, but I suspect you probably do.
Yeah, you could do-
Overconfident
Luckiest man alive.
amnesiac.
Yeah.
or yeah.
Well, I should be the center of attention or something. I mean, honestly,
Actually, the center of attention is also very.
I want
I
to
think
all of
either I should be the
these-
center of attention.
Looking
And
out
just
for
kind
number
of
one.
like-
I think all of your aspects apply
I
here.
don't think there's literally one that wouldn't work.
Let's try overconfident amnesiac.
Okay. So you get a +2 to that then, so you're still succeeding. Then I'm going to spend
You could use
Fate
disparate
point
visions
here.
and have it be like Josh is also acting. I don't know. We could.
that's true. I think I might. Yeah, I think I'll use that up.
I don't know exactly what that would look like, but
Well, it's also just as long with the rest of the gang is uneasy, and that doesn't sit well with everybody in the room. Everything is still tense. I mean, this situation is making Josh uncomfortable, and people can notice. So keep going, Adam. What you got?
I keep talking.
Well,
No,
it's,
you
he's
can spend more
spending
fate points.
fate
he's-
point.
he has another +2, so now you have to do it.
I want to do this. I'm going to spend another one. Do I just have to use another aspect?
A different
Yeah,
aspect. Yep.
but like I said,
Which one did I guess so I use overconfident. Can I use luckiest man alive?
Yep.
Just kind of
Honestly,
don't I have to give myself like an advantage or something? How it applies?
No,
No.
but you can do that when you roll to create an advantage. You get free, basically, fate points on a aspect, but you can just spend a fate point at any time on an aspect that makes sense.
That's creating an advantage is how you do it, so that you don't have to spend points, but it's also its own action.
Yeah.
So right now, since we're resolving a thing you already did, your only option is to spend fate points.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Which I mean, so just to be transparent, Connor's given himself his 5 fate points here, so theoretically he could just buy you out.
Yeah, that's
I don't
true.
know if he's going to do that because that would be kind of mean, but it's technically within the realm of possibility. I mean, he still has to find things to pay, like to invoke as well,
But he has plenty.
he can also just give them things to invoke, to be totally honest. So, so whether or not you want to push
Wait,
it. is up to you.
so what happens? Because I mean, I succeeded, but if you don't want me to succeed, so it just fails then?
Well, so right now he spent
Or
a point
is there like a
and-
different thing that applies somewhere else?
So,
Yeah,
so
so-
I'm spending my fate points on things that apply to the situation that
Increase the
are
difficulty.
reasons why. Yeah, increase the difficulty is reasons why you don't succeed.
So basically, what happens?
So you at 10 right now then?
He's at 12 right now, but you're at like 11, I think. So
Yeah.
The way it works is once you have your roll, is you take turns doing that. So basically, you were winning. You spent a point, so you weren't.
I'm gonna
You
spend one more.
And he spent a point, so you weren't. So now, if you spend a point, you'll be winning again.
I'm gonna spend one more.
Okay, what are you going to spend it on?
Luckiest man alive. I did overconfident amnesiac, but then
He just happens to know all these people already.
And I think what I'll do is I'm going to spend a fate point on looking out for number one. That they see right through you and that you're being selfish. They don't think that you're really.
I don't think you can get a +2 off someone else's aspect. You can compel them. But you
It's his
can't
trouble.
Yeah, but that's for compelling. You can't invoke somebody's. You can only invoke consequences. You can't invoke aspects. Otherwise, what's the point of consequences?
Well, you get a free.
Well, yeah, but
Right, but also that's what a trouble is.
So
well,
he's
the trouble
invoking
is
that then, right?
For compelling, I don't
Let me
think
look this up.
he's trying to get a +2 off of it, but I don't think that's how that works. At least I've never seen anybody do it that way. Maybe you can.
Well, while they're looking that up, Adam, I'll spend my fate point on something else if not.
Yeah.
But do you want to spend that last fate point?
I get the impression he's just gonna. I don't think he wants this to happen. So I think you're probably gonna get outpaid.
I would save it because there's 30.
Yeah.
I'm just going to save
You shouldn't
it.
save it. You should. Adam, you
But
should.
you did good in making Connor waste a
I
bunch.
shouldn't save it.
You shouldn't save it, Adam.
No, he's
Well,
tricking you.
Well,
He wants you
what
to
does it
spend your
matter
fate
though?
points.
Like, what does it matter? Because
So
either way, I don't really have. I feel like there's nothing. I might as well, and then just I'm gonna spend it. If I have to die, whatever. I'm gonna do it.
spend it on. I should be the center of attention or something because you're standing
yeah,
in a bar.
Yeah, you literally made yourself the center of attention. Okay.
Yeah.
That's perfect. So here's what I'm going to say. You succeed in convincing everybody in the room that
I was doing several attempts, so I could probably succeed at one, but not the other one or something.
Well, I mean, that's the reason he made the difficulty 8. So by the extension of the high difficulty, he sort of insinuated that if you beat that, you get everything, and you did beat it.
Okay.
So here's the situation I'm going to proffer up. You succeed in convincing everybody in the room that they should follow you. And here's kind of how the scene goes over. Is everybody is kind of like, yeah, maybe we should follow this guy, except for one person. And that's the leader.
But the leader, obviously, yeah, he doesn't.
And here's what he says. He looks at you, Adam, and he says, "How dare you? How dare you try to get your people back? No, none of these people are going to follow you again. You were a coward."
Nice, of course, yeah.
And he looks around and he kind of sees people like not backing up on this, and he like hails, and then he looks at you, Adam, and he's like, "Hi, you want the title? You want to be the leader here?" And he's like, "Fight me. I'll fight any of you guys." And he like points back to you guys, and he's like, "Give me your champion.
Yeah.
Give me your champion."
So real quick before you go any further, just to further, the rules do state, page 69, if the aspect you invoke is on someone else's character sheet, including situation aspects attached to them, you give them the fate point you spent. They don't actually get to use it until after the end of the scene, though. So it's perfectly acceptable to, if it makes sense in the narrative, to invoke someone else's aspect.
They get the point.
But Adam gets the point.
Interesting. I've never heard that mechanic before. That's
So that means I get a point for when Connor invoked my aspect earlier? Or no?
Well, he
that was
used
a
the
negative
free
aspect on us. Never mind.
Yeah, and it was the free invoke, so.
Okay.
So are we going back to that then?
No, it doesn't matter. He just spent it.
You just have an extra fate point now, but you can't use it until the end of the scene. At the end, after the scene.
I think he just decided to spend it on something else, didn't you?
No,
I just put one more fate point on.
Yeah,
there.
He used his last one. Yep, we're good. Okay, so he like points to any of you, and he's like, I'll fight any of you one-on-one for the title of leader. And I think he like points to the rest of you guys because I think he's kind of like he said something along the lines of like, "Adam, you're just a pushover. Like, I could take you any day. I already took you once." And he like turns to you guys. He's like, "I'll fight any of you."
Well, obviously, that's the moment where Miles and I walk in, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the thing is, I think I maybe look at Miles and I say, "Is this you?" It's like, "Is this your moment in the sun?"
Yeah. Play this out, Gil. You just give him a look.
I give him a look at first. And well, this thing, I feel like we obviously enter this tense situation, so everybody probably looks at us. And maybe, obviously I assume the leader knows about Miles, so everybody probably looks at him because I'm looking at him. I feel like just a moment where it's obvious because of what the guy just said that like, I look at Miles, I'm like, "Is that you?"
When Caleb comes in, I motion to him, I'm like, "Rapists."
I thumbs up.
Yeah. Can I make, I know I'm in the middle of something. I want to see if any, I feel like we already know this, but I now have to justify things. Can I make a roll to see if any of the women here have wedding rings on and are with people who don't have wedding rings on?
Yeah.
Or is it
Yeah,
just
go ahead and make
obvious?
a roll. Or yeah, I think it's just obvious.
That would probably be good to know.
This would just be looking around, and yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean,
Notice.
cool.
You want to see if you can get people on your side to stand up against
fine
them
not
for
to
what they do.
Well, I mean, what's the answer though?
Yeah.
He said it was obvious. Yeah.
It's obvious that what?
That there are people.
There are people.
Yes, there are women with wedding rings with men who do not have wedding rings in this room.
Oh, okay, got it. All right.
Adam, what
I was confused. I was like, I don't know what you're actually getting out of this. Okay.
Nothing.
Okay.
I was just wondering. Oh, shoot. I was just wondering if I was wondering if his intent was to notice if or to try, I don't know, some sort of invoke or something about the fact that these men were taking the women away from the other men, so like stand up and fight kind of thing. They're taking your women.
Yeah, no, and that's not your goal. I mean, if you want that to be your goal, it can be.
But also, all the people you just convinced to be on your side are now. You're just going to immediately be like, all right, kill these guys. I feel like that might backfire on me.
So, Caleb, what do you say to Miles then? Or I'm sorry, you did say something to Miles. He just looks at you and he says, "It seems like you guys have got it covered."
I frown. I frown and I say, "Yeah." I frown and I say, I shake my head. I'm like, "No, this is your city. This is your fight. If you want change, you have to be the one to do it. We're not going to be your white knights."
Okay, roll kill. Roll report.
Yes.
I want to add. I want to assist.
What do you say?
Wait, can I also assist or no?
This is a really bad idea, though.
Wait, no, I'm too far away, aren't I?
I mean, I don't know if Miles is good at fighting. Who knows?
No, but I mean,
He just pounds them down. We're like, wow, that sucked.
Well,
like,
all right.
Yeah, Miles, you got it, man.
My character is getting a read on this situation that there's something going on here where Miles wants to do something good for the city. And I'm like, this is your chance, dude. Like,
yeah. But if we agree to have him fight for champions, then
Caleb or Connor, is there a way to encourage someone when they're fighting? Like, let's say they did fight.
You create an advantage.
Yeah, you could roll.
Yeah, like
almost
like an encouragement, like more of a reason for them to fight, but just because we're encouraging them.
Yep.
Yes.
You want to be a bard.
That would be like a rapport credit advantage, and it'd be just like in an anime where you're like, you have to keep fighting. It works.
You cast bardic inspiration.
You have to go. Yeah. I have to go beyond my limit.
Because he's like, this is everything right now. Like, I'm going to fight for it all.
Yeah.
Almost like increasing his will and maybe like his strength, because he's just like, if I lose, everything's lost. Like,
his hair gets blonder. He starts floating.
Jared, what were you going to say to give me a bonus here?
Oh yeah. Stop being pathetic excuses for men and protect your women.
Well, this is rapport.
Yeah, I have my thing. I can use provoke and replace a rapport when telling people, the obvious for themselves.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
Yeah, so you can get a +1. Okay,
go ahead.
Anyone else want to give me a +1?
I think the difficulty here is a 6.
Is there a method for me to counter
please
this?
succeed. I want to see him fight.
Say it again, David.
Is there a way for me to try and increase the difficulty here? Because I don't want this to happen at all.
Yeah, for sure.
You could compel someone. You could.
Yeah, I mean, you could. You could.
I don't have any aspects that I know of his to compel.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of
-1 report.
I feel like we should just make the. I feel like we should make the roll and then see how that shakes out, and then we can see if you want to try to mess with it at all.
Sure.
That seems like it would be the way to do it.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm just gonna roll. What was it? 6? You said.
Yep.
All right. I'll go ahead and spend a fate point on the moral compass my friends need. Hey, bro, you gotta do what's right.
So that you're tying
I'm
then,
smack at 6, yeah.
Which means you're succeeding, but at a minor cost.
Succeeded at a minor cost, yeah.
So tying is succeeding at a minor cost?
Yes.
Yeah, and overcome.
If you fail with an overcome, then you can choose to either fail or succeed at a major cost.
But in all reality, I'm going to spend a fate point here.
I figured you were. I just was going to wait for you to do it.
Yeah.
Let's just run Connor out of fate points.
How many fate points
together?
I had 5 to begin with. I have 4 now.
You only spent one?
Yep. Because
Yeah,
I
he's
that's
ready for
invoked.
the
Invoke.
invocations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna share his trouble with you guys. How
Mhm.
many innocents were in the building?
Ugh.
It shares my little note there too. And
December 2001, Operation Enduring Freedom.
I want to compel.
yeah, I did a lot of research into these characters here.
Nice.
Nice. I want to compel all aboard and say the train goes through the building.
Wait, really?
Oh, I'm kidding.
Okay. Let's say you could spend a fate point on all aboard to say the train arrives
Yeah, but
and interrupt this.
I don't know if it would interrupt it though, unless we're like in the train station,
We just missed the train.
which we're not.
But yeah, I feel like it makes sense, Connor, if you wanted David to be able to spend fate points as well to get a +2 on this. But
Yeah, so
anyway,
like-
what are you spending it on, Connor? Oh, sorry. How many
Yeah,
instances are in the building?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll spend it on. Oh, those are the relentless leader, right? I'm pushing him forward.
Okay. And then I'm just gonna spend a fate point on his aspect that was already revealed. Is what can one man do?
Oh, that's right. I forgot we knew that one. Okay.
I
Yeah,
tried.
that was perfect.
I was hoping Connor would relent, but
I mean, like, also, I probably immediately turn around and I'm like, right. I mean, we're not seriously considering letting this guy try and fight one-on-one for leadership of this group when there's literally 37, 30 of us. That's are you kidding me?
and the thing is, like, when you're saying that, I'm looking at Miles and I'm like, yeah, okay, he's not gonna do it.
Yeah, I turn around and I'm like, oh,
yeah.
sorry.
What I was gonna say, I look at you because you said that, right? And I'm just like, apparently not. And like,
Yeah.
I look at Adam, like, Adam.
Yeah,
It's all on me.
I mean, you were the one who challenged him initially,
I was expecting. I was
no,
just like,
no. I mean,
I was like,
that's dumb too. I just look at the guy. I'm like, you could step down or die. Like this isn't what leverage do you have here?
Maybe I should roll another report.
I mean, that sounds like David making a provoke roll.
Yeah, I mean, I just pull out my pistol and I'm like, you can die or step down. This is not you don't have any leverage here.
You're pointing a gun at me?
No.
He's talking
I think-
to the guy,
I
the
think
leader.
Oh,
David, if you pull your gun at him and point it at him, he points his gun at you.
Yeah, I mean, of course he does. But if he shoots me, he's going to turn into Swiss cheese, and I'm not going to die. So I got to.
I look to David. I'm just like, let him take the first shot. I give him that look. I'm like, I will take it.
That's not real life,
David.
I'm not going to let him shoot first.
David.
No.
And the last
I see
man
how
to
it
pull the
is.
gun on this man here.
I see how it is. Big men, big
Big
guns.
bloody mess.
Go ahead.
Just
Yeah.
Go ahead, fight with your guns. See how tough you are.
really, really badly.
See if your toughness will block a bullet.
Were you gonna roll of something in response, Connor, or set the difficulty or whatever? He got a 1 on that. provoke.
Oh,
To provoke him.
I think the difficulty
stand down.
is much higher than that.
Yeah.
I'm sure it is.
Probably a 4.
I mean, to be
No,
fair,
maybe
I am
6.
I am
honestly.
telling him that if he
Yeah, I
doesn't
was like,
stand
that'd be
down,
like a 6. I think.
everyone in the room is going to shoot him. And if he has any brain cells, if he has 2 brain cells to rub together, he'll realize this is
Yeah,
the dumbest
he only
thing
has
you
one.
possibly do.
Oh, he has 1.
All right, I mean that's fine.
6.
That's fine. I'm just saying.
No, in his eyes, if he loses this group, if he loses his life, he doesn't care.
That's fine. I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong. I just
Okay, so he's not gonna step down. I mean,
Yeah, okay.
Oh, wait. I got
does
an
he
idea, I
make
got
the
an idea.
first move at
I got
that
an
point,
idea.
or yeah? Go
I
ahead.
got an idea. I want to do something. How about this? Might be stupid. I want to stand in front of the guy's gun. I just want to walk straight up to him, like grab the gun. I put it straight to my chest and like do it.
he doesn't like you. I think you're right.
Yeah, but that's not my point. My point. Do I roll like a report for that? Because I'm just
I
like
think that's provoke. But what's your goal here?
I want to show him that like the senseless violence. Like, why do you have to do this? So, like, I don't understand. I'm not trying to like scare him. I'm just like,
Okay,
go
so it's
ahead,
report, then.
shoot me dead. Shoot me down without even fighting back. Does that make you like strong? Does it make you tough? If I just
Just
stand here and
establish
take a
this
bullet?
guy only has a single brain cell and he can't rub it together with anything. I feel
I
like
mean, the
this
difficulty
gonna
is
go bad.
an 8 for this one because it's you.
He did
because
roll a
it's
9
me.
last time.
Could I say like I'm sorry? Like I'm sorry for you hating me. Like just to I'm trying to like talk to this guy. I'm like,
I mean,
I'm sorry for what I did. I'm a different person. What?
You absolutely can. The difficulty is still an 8.
All right.
That was your goal there, is to lower the difficulty.
I mean, look at it this way: if you can still justify your other modifiers, which I don't know if you can, but you start at an 8. So unless you get a negative roll, you at least tie automatically.
Could I still use the? Oh, I guess I could probably use the refreshes still, because I'm only probably gonna be around for one more, if that, one more. I'm just gonna
Buy all the stunts.
Yeah, no, I can't use all of them. Okay, am I drunk by this time? I could get that +2 still. I'm still drunk, right? I use a lot.
You only drink a beer.
Yeah, I
already gave it to him, though.
I already gave it to you, but I think because you're not drinking this time, I think that's
literally in a bar.
Yeah, you're currently in a bar, but I gave you the last one not because you were actually drunk, but because in your action you were drinking. And I think that went along with the spirit of the rule, but I think this doesn't. And nobody brought you the vodka tonic.
So I'd only get like a. Can I so if I fail, I could succeed at a minor or a major cost, right?
You're also not. You're also not monologuing the safety, so I don't think you get either of your bonuses here, actually, because you're actually monologuing yourself into danger.
I'm trying to do it, but I'm trying to monologue this up, like back him down, so that nobody, he doesn't harm anybody or try to shoot anything, or I'm trying to stop him from doing anything.
True. The way this is written, it makes it sound like your safety, but I guess maybe that's up to Connor. I guess.
Well, I mean, it's still mine. It's like I don't want this to start in a fight, or
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think this isn't. I don't know.
I feel like you weren't in danger until you tried to do this. That's why.
Yeah.
Personally, it seems weird, but it's up to Connor.
I mean, and you're also not necessarily monologuing as, I don't know. You're saying something, but I don't necessarily think it's a monologue as much this time around.
Okay. So technically, I don't have any fate points, do I?
You have one, but you can't spend it this scene.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
It's like we have 0.
It's the whole scene now. Okay, I thought it was just that roll. I got you.
So do I have to not do that in order to not roll, but still do this?
I mean, if you decide not to roll, then Connor just decide what happens. In which case, you'll probably be shot.
Well, no. I mean, he then wouldn't be putting himself in danger, right?
I'm saying if he did the thing but didn't roll, then you would just decide.
Oh, yeah, that's true. So does nobody wants to be like, yeah, let's take him down one-on-one? Like, nobody wants to take up.
I feel like if anyone's going to do that, it would be like Jared or David.
Such a massively strategically dumb thing.
I wouldn't. No, I don't like any of these people. They're all rapists. They all need to be put on trial.
Right.
I'm having nothing to do with this. I think this is all nonsense going on right now. I'm like, every single one of these men is guilty.
Yeah.
And the town should hold them accountable and put them on trial.
So, Jared, I wanna compel you though with I will protect the innocent from the scum of this world. You know what? No, David, I want to compel you. I want to compel you with a lion in chains. You want to fight this guy. And if that means you don't have to do a one-on-one, that means if you have to do a one-on-one because there could be people that die in this room. Like, this could be complicated if you shoot him here because could be collateral damage and other guns could go off. People could decide that they want to fire. And so I think I want to compel you that you want to kill somebody.
I mean, I definitely do. I just don't think I want to 1v1 him. I just feel like, I'm in the doorway, right? We just walked in. So like, none of the women can be shot by him. So as long as I don't miss.
Right. So that's my point. I think the compel is valid, but you can reject it. It's a way for you to get it out.
Yeah, because your aspect is a line in chains, right?
Yeah, like my intention is to kill this guy. I just don't know that I do it in a 1v1. That's what I'm saying.
Right. So
I'm already
the compel
trying.
is the compel is that you do want to do it on the one-on-one because it'll solve a lot of
because of the chains.
complicated problems. Yeah.
Just as a reference, I'm not like defending the guy. Like I just think he should go to jail instead of killing everybody. Like that's my point. Is like these people did crimes. I'm not saying that they're like innocent. I'm saying that like they should go to jail and we should imprison them if whoever did it, go to trial kind of thing instead of just starting a fight.
But yeah, I'm only trying to get
right
back because
what
you
I'm
won't give
saying. Like,
but what you actually said was, "How about you all follow me? I am your new leader."
That was the problem. You're not.
Which I mean, you could then trick them into saying, "All right, everybody into the jail."
Well, but I'd also start like a new justice system, and run it correctly because it's just like people are just doing whatever.
But if you
the problem
do that,
is that your police force is all.
But they don't know that.
Exactly. Well, but that's the thing. As soon as you start saying, "All right, now rape is wrong," everybody's just going to turn on you, right? This isn't a long-term solution.
I'll make my way around it.
Yeah, we could deal with that when it comes.
We'll cross this bridge. Yeah, we'll burn those people when we get to that bridge. So
yeah,
I know. I was just saying.
Those people.
I wasn't like justifying what they've done and just like, let's forget it.
Yeah, I got it. Sure. I'll 1v1 him, why not, I guess.
Yeah.
But I mean, okay, so literally what happens
Choose your character.
I mean, I feel like I could just tell all the women to get out. Whatever, it's fine. 1v1s are more cinematic. So the first thing I do is lean over to Jared and I'd be like, if by some miracle I lose this, please kill him. Thank you. And then I'm like,
don't worry, I've got a plan.
That's not really what I was hoping to hear, but that works. As long as he dies in the end of that plan, whatever. So yeah, I guess I just walk up and I'm like, all right, let's get this over with.
All right, before they go, I want to create an advantage. I want to reflect the light of the sun off of my shield into that guy's eye.
You guys are inside a building. No.
I thought we're not 1v1ing at the building.
That's what David just said.
Well, I mean,
just walked up to him.
Isn't the whole point to not do that because people get shot?
Oh, I thought you said
like
everybody get out and then you walk up to him.
Well, no. Okay. If everyone gets out, I'm just going to shoot him because then I don't have any reason to duel. Like, the whole reason I'm dueling him is because I don't want people to get shot.
It's much more easy to bring it outside.
Why don't you just do it at any cost? Like just.
Well, he's going to do it. Just
whatever the consequences.
I mean, my plan was to just shoot him, but then he mentioned there were people, and so I was like, okay, that's fine. But if all the people leave, then I don't have any reason to 1v1 him. I could just kill him. So I don't care if I accidentally hit any of these people with guns. I hope they all die anyways. So that doesn't matter to me.
So you tell the woman to get out. So what? Tell me what you're doing.
Well, no. I mean, the compel was that I duel him. So I'm going outside so that we can get
all right. Good. All right.
Because apparently I'm
just me outside in 10 seconds.
Yeah, because the showdown is more cinematic than me just telling all the women to leave. So yeah. I had a Sodom and Gomorrah line lined up for this, but it's fine.
That's awesome.
I was going to be like, hey, remember Sodom and Gomorrah? Get out and don't turn around.
Yeah.
And I was going to fire a rocket launcher into the middle of the room. But
oh, that's amazing. All right, let's do this. So
can I
you walk out.
Create that advantage?
Let's just set up the scene first.
Okay.
So we get this. It's been the morning, and we get this high noon scene, right? Where you two are across from each other, and you guys are facing down, and we literally get the.
Wow. I hand my rocket launcher and my rifle to Jared.
Okay, yeah.
So real quick, I think during the setup of this, I would probably go over to where Josh is, and I would give him a look, and then just kind of like, what do you think about this situation? Like,
gotta be honest, I don't really know what anybody here is intending. Or why they're trying the things that they are.
Yeah. Honestly, me neither at this point.
I'm a little baffled at this point.
I guess we're back in familiar turf now that David's trying to kill someone. So I'm just watching it play out and hoping nobody gets too terribly hurt.
Yeah, I nod, and I'm just like, I mean, he wanted this, so I guess we'll just let them fight it out.
Gotta be honest, I wish you were here sooner.
Yeah, sorry.
Gotten here sooner.
Is this a new scene?
No, I think it's still the same scene. So you're across from Aaron, and we get that moment. But I think instead of the we get the right the wah, wah, wah,
Yeah,
but it's like the apocalyptic version. It's the dark version. It's the if Hidden Citizens were able to get a hold of it, it's the epic trailer version of that song. So it doesn't sound as ridiculous.
We pan to my face and I look so annoyed. I'm done with this.
Yep. And Aaron looks like eye twitching, like he is. This is his last chance, and he is putting everything into this one fight.
If you've seen One Punch Man, literally just Saitama's okay face.
Yeah.
So he's like, all right, I got this.
So, what is your notice, David?
Based on the fact that he couldn't count the fact that there were 36 guns pointed at him, I'm going to guess his notice is pretty bad.
You're saying his notice? Yeah. What's your notice?
Speaking of guys, I have 3.
He has a 4.
Okay. So
in which case,
I was saying he should be bad because he's a moron, but that's fine.
No. So I think we'll just go in turn order here.
Yep.
In which case, he technically gets the first shot.
Unless you want to make a roll to see who draws faster, since that's the whole cinematic thing.
Yeah, absolutely. If you want to, yeah.
Sure. We can just roll notice instead if you want a real shoot. It doesn't matter to me. Whatever you think is more appropriate for. Because notice, like, I don't have to know that he's there. I know he's there. Like, it's kind of
Let's roll.
But
let's roll shoot.
Okay. Like that's the draw, or like the cowboy gunfight thing to do.
Yeah.
So, music making an attack. Wait, I
don't think this is an attack. I think this is just an overcome to see who goes first.
I got a 4. Nice.
He gets a 5.
I'm not gonna. What is this? Shoot, it's +5. I want to spend a fate point here. You have 2 fate points. I feel like it's probably not worth it. I'll just let it go. It's fine.
Okay. So he shoots. He's going to use his stunt, High Noon Draw, which this is convenient.
It's almost like you made that specifically for this one encounter.
No,
you can't get a +3. That's not how that works.
This is a boss. This is a boss stunt. I actually looked into some of the stunts that you can make, and that was some of the things that they can that I saw was like +3s for bosses. Like if you're up against somebody who like I did like the random stunts thing, and there were some things like that. So I just went with it.
That's fine.
So he gets a very high roll to this. So let's see how this goes. Yeah. So he gets an 8.
All right. Here's my athletics. Good. So.
And also the stunt can only be used once per scene. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I rolled a -1 on that. I'll have to go through rolling. Sorry, I'm just not sure if it's worth rerolling first or spending a fate point on it to get a +2. I guess I'll just do that. So I'm going to spend a fate point on my bulletproof vest and get a 5.
Okay, so you're just going to take 3? You're going to take the 3 stress, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. And then we can go in turn order if you guys want. So if you guys want to do certain things, you can. Jared, if you want to do the thing with your shield, I think you also have to make a stealth roll, because I think if the other soldiers notice, that will destroy the integrity of the situation. So I think that'll go along with it if that's what you want to roll. But who has the next highest notice after David? You have a +3? Caleb does. So Caleb, do you want to do anything in particular or just let it ride?
What could I do in this situation?
Whatever you want. If you want to come up with something that you want to do, or you can just say, Caleb, just watch us.
On the slow baby, and then he'll feel really bad.
I mean, I can't really think of anything that makes sense for me to do in this situation.
Yeah, that's fine.
So
I didn't expect you to do anything, so I was just asking. I was just giving you the opportunity to. And then who has the next highest notice?
Josh and I both have 2.
Either of you want to do something?
Yeah, I'd like to create an advantage. Like to use investigate to see if I can find high quality weapon making materials, stuff that's quick to hand that I can improvise something with if things go south.
Okay, sure. Yeah, go ahead and make a roll. I think we'll do difficulty 3. I mean, there's a bunch of soldiers who just came in with like trucks and stuff around. So there are like ingredients for weapons around.
Okay.
And this would be creating an advantage to then trade something, correct?
Right. So the next time I attempt to use the next time I attempt to improvise a weapon, I have an advantage on that. I have better materials to hand.
Okay, so you succeed. So you can make that aspect. There be weapons, whatever you want to say it is.
Well, that's a knife.
What?
Said, no, that's a knife.
Oh,
I don't know.
I mean, you don't have
quality components. We'll call it quality components.
Okay. And then Jared, did you want to do anything?
Yeah, I'll try and create an advantage.
Okay, go
so
ahead.
I have to make 2 rolls to make just 1 advantage?
Yeah, because if you fail the stealth, like, oh, look, he's cheating.
Yeah, if you fail the stealth roll but succeed the whatever else I don't know what roll that would be to use the shield, but you'd still succeed in creating the advantage.
You know what? I'll just create an advantage. I'm going to heckle him.
Okay, yeah. So provoke?
Yeah. Like, don't worry, David. He punches like a girl. He sucks.
Hey, Sauron, you stink.
I think difficulty 3 probably.
Okay. Where's my cursor? There you are.
I mean, he's a focused soldier, but he also is kind of a practical punk. So, yep. So he succeeds. So go ahead and create the advantage of however you want to call it. Heckled?
Sure.
Okay. So then we're at Adam then. Do you want to do anything in particular?
What if I just took a shot at it?
You
this
could.
is what I've been trying to do the whole time, and we've already gone very
but
fast.
he's busy fighting you. If I just like, okay, no.
You don't have to do anything. Like, Caleb didn't do anything.
I mean, you could bardic inspiration me. That was
just curious. What would be the difficulty to actually hit him with a sniper rifle?
You would roll shoot against his athletics.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. What's his athletics?
I'm not going to tell you.
It's like it's like a freaking ninja.
You could make a notice roll to figure out like his aspects or something like that. If you wanted to,
I'll pass. I don't want to be.
Wait, can you make your roll and tell me what his fight score is?
Yeah, I think you could do that.
Awesome.
I think that also you'd have to do that carefully though, so you're not damaging the integrity of the fight.
I'd have to roll like a notice check though, right?
Wait, I already know he punches like a girl. No, he didn't roll. I needed that. Never mind.
What was that, Adam?
I'd have to roll like a notice, wouldn't I?
I think so. Probably.
Anything else? That'd be really bad at that. I wouldn't succeed.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. So then we'll come back to Aaron then. So
you mean to me?
No, because he has a higher notice than you.
Yeah, but he shot first, so now it's my turn to shoot, right? So combat works.
Oh, I totally forgot you didn't go.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you had +3 notice, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah,
And
why
you never
didn't you
shot.
go?
I don't know.
Why did you go after him? I don't know how we
You
missed
just
that.
asked who else had lower than me. So that's what I said.
Oh, geez. I'm so sorry, David. Yeah, go ahead and
David just does nothing.
This is better for me anyways, because Jared made a thing for me, didn't you? Where is it? I don't see it.
Yeah.
Where's the thing?
I don't know.
Oh, he didn't make it.
Okay, I thought you were supposed to make them.
Oh, well, no.
You technically have the ability to copy and paste the text, and we don't. So otherwise, I would have just done it.
No, I got it. You said heckled.
Thoroughly hacked.
So do you want me to not be able to use that since I should have gone before him? Or
no, I think it's fine. I think that's the only way that this is fair, unless you want to put yourself back in the turn order.
It's fine.
Okay.
I can just say I was waiting or something.
Yeah.
Cool. I feel like I was going to do something specific. Oh yeah. So when he did this, does he give an indication that he wants to stay at range, or did he get closer to me? Is he closing the distance when he shoots?
No.
No. Okay, then I will. I'll move up to him. Like I draw, like basically as soon as they draw, like I don't even draw my guns. I just like lurch forward as I'm pulling them out, and then his bullet ricochets off of my vest, and then I want to get into melee range with him. I assume we're in the same zone.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm gonna try and stick a gun up his nose. Here we go.
All right.
So I still have to use my shoot because I have close quarters ballistics right there, and I'm using handguns. All right, so firearm.
Just like riding a bike, just bloodier.
And then here we go. I'm going to use this ahead of the roll because we decided I have to use it preemptively. So I'm going to use heckled so that I can use exploitative, if that makes sense. So go ahead and check that. Because we decided I have to use my advantage before I roll since I'm getting a stunt to it. Or wait, did you say I don't have to?
No, I said you didn't have to, but are you going to spend a fate point on it?
Well, heckled is a free invocation. That's why I was going to.
So that's what we decided is that the free invocations don't give you the bonus.
Well, no, what we decided is that boosts don't, but advantages do. Because the whole point was that I create my advantages and then use them. But you're right. Boosts, because boosts aren't advantages.
You're right. Okay.
So then I'm getting just a +2 right now. Or, right now it's just a +2. So,
yep.
Here it comes. I get a 9. Wow, that's a good roll. I got a +3 of that roll.
So he gets a 7, so he will take
2.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in that case, I'm going to use my thing. So I'm going to use heckle. So it goes to 11, which activates exploitative. So it goes to
13.
Okay. All right. In which case, he will use. I'll use a fate point on him. Just in his high concept, leader of the Salt Lake City Brotherhood. He's done this before. He's had his fair shares of killing people to get his place in this place. So that brings him up to a 9, and then I'm also going to spend a fate point on his stunt, which is you missed. You spend a fate point to ignore 3 shifts of damage on a gunshot wound.
Interesting. Okay.
And he will take 1 stress.
Yeah.
And then I'm out of fate points. So.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's his turn.
Yep.
And
so now here's my question.
Yeah.
If he tries, like obviously we're in melee range, so he has to use fight to fight me.
Yeah.
But how does it work if he tries to run and I don't want him to? Because I want to stay in melee range. And I don't know how
we wrote down the rules on that, and
I can't remember what it was.
You're explicitly attempting to impede his movement. If so, then if the character is impeding movement, the moving character makes an opposed overcome roll as their action against the impeding character.
Okay, that makes sense.
So if they have to roll, then they are.
It's an action, yeah. That
Yeah,
sounds
it's
right.
an action.
Yeah,
so he's just going to use his fight then.
Okay.
So he gets a 4.
Okay. Dodgery-do.
Okay, so you succeed. All right, and then we can go back to the turn order, but just if anybody wants to do something, they can. Otherwise, we'll just jump back to David.
What do you mean, do something?
You could heckle him again.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm not doing anything.
I mean, yeah, I'll refresh heckle.
Okay.
Because honestly, that helps a lot.
And I'm just like, oh,
difficulty was
dude, you
3.
suck. You're losing. You haven't even touched him yet. Woo!
That's not true. Technically, he shot me, but it didn't hurt me.
Yeah.
So oh, jeez.
Oh no,
That was a minus 4.
That was the worst I could possibly have rolled.
Yeah, literally. Oh, I don't have any fate points.
I'm getting so into it, I just bite my tongue. I'm like, oh, ow!
No, I'm going to create an aspect off of that in response. It's going to be... shoot, hold up. It's going to be...
Oh, my bad.
I mean, I think when you fail a create advantage, the advantage gets created, but someone else gets an invoke. So you could just have an invoke on Heckle. Maybe just gets really mad and it helps him in some way.
Yeah, this is going to be a different idea, though. I can do that though too. I can create an advantage instead if someone's creating an advantage.
I was just saying if you didn't have a separate idea.
Yeah, I do. I just can't figure out how to phrase it quite right.
It's the idea.
I'm going to say voices all around. Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll just leave that there for now. Okay, go ahead and do your turn then, David, or Josh, did you want to roll real quick to do that crafts?
No, I just wanted to be prepared in case I ended up needing it.
Yeah,
I'm not
sure.
actually trying to make anything yet.
Okay, all right. So then, David, it's back to your turn then.
I mean, I'm gonna keep gun kata-ing him, like from that one movie that I never remember the name of.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking
And he took damage last turn, so I get an extra +2. Do you want me to link that stunt?
That's such a good
Uh,
Here we go. So if I'm using guns and I'm shooting someone who's taking shifts of damage last round or this round, I get a +4 instead of a +2. So
yep.
So 4 is that. There's 6. That's a small roll for -2.
Athletics. Oh, jeez. All right. So he gets a boost on you then, correct?
I get a boost on him.
Oh, you get a boost on him. Okay.
Unless you spend your thing.
You can do voices all around, yeah.
No, I'm good.
Darn.
I
tried getting rid of it for you, bud.
There we go. I got it.
And you have some tiny fists.
So tiny, can't dodge them. Okay. It's his turn, I think.
Okay. Yep. I feel like you guys are so even. I don't know how long this fight's going to take.
Don't worry,
forever.
It'll escalate.
4.
I just have to get a good roll, and it's basically over. Okay. Yeah, I'll say it's a lot of help. But there are 3.
Okay, so you take 1 shift.
Right.
Okay, and then he'll shoot back.
He just shot. That was dodging. That's why I took damage.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. I keep messing that up. Go ahead.
Oh wait, I'm a moron. I'm gonna use 9mm fists and then not take damage.
Oh, okay, perfect.
And now I'm going to shoot again. I did not hurt him last round, so I'm back to +2. I got a 9. There we go. All right. As long as he doesn't get a super good roll, this should snowball.
Yeah. Okay, and okay, so he takes just 2 stress. So
well, hold on. I'm going to spend a fate point on the line and chain since that's the whole reason I'm here in the first place. I'm going to take out all my frustration on this guy.
Does that mean you get +4 then from that total? You're stunned?
No, because I'm not actually using an advantage. I'm just using my invocation. It just takes me to an 11, but that's all I need because then I succeed with style and I can drop the damage down to 10. Give myself. I'm just going to do 9mm fists as an actual advantage this time. I have something else. So he only takes 3.
Okay, he has to take a mild consequence and his 2 stress box. So.
Oh, nice. So you get a free invoke on that. No.
I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say Nick. You nicked him.
Yeah, I nicked him.
Yeah. So the scene we get right is you run up and now you're like firing shots and he is having to like try to hit you and like push you away, that kind of a thing. He's struggling to figure out how to fight you when you are so close.
Sorry, I guess I should be narrating this more.
No, it's fine. No, you're good. That's my fault too.
Because it's almost 11. So.
Yep. So then it's his turn again, and he rolls 4.
Fine, I got 5.
Okay, and then go ahead and you do your turn.
All right. So now it's when things happen. I did damage to him last time using a gun. Here's +4. Oh, I rolled badly though. It's okay. I got another -3. Man.
Okay, so you get another boost on him.
Yes. Now why I feel like. No, I'm going to spend 9mm fists because it's an actual advantage. I get the +4 instead of the +2. So it's a 9.
Oh, jeez. Okay. In which case he takes moderate consequence.
And I guess I might as well also use the mild consequence I just did to him. So it's not a +2.
Okay. All right, and I am out of fate points, so that goes up to a 6.
Yes.
So he is. How do you describe this?
Okay, so does he die?
No, he takes a severe consequence.
Okay, so yeah, I think I am basically just trading fists with him, except I'm trying to line my gun up such that I can kill him, and I manage to shoot him and it gashes his cheek, of course, because it always does that, and then he like goes to haymaker me, and I like slip underneath him, and I just put the gun underneath his armpit and pull the trigger. It like blows to the top of his shoulder, probably like skips off the top of his head.
I'm going to say
I angled it just wrong, so it didn't go into his brain.
Okay, yeah. I think the severe consequence is dislocated shoulder.
Yeah. not dislocated, but like space located. It went somewhere else.
Exactly. That's yep. Exactly. So then in his last moment of I'm going to die, Adam, he turns and looks at you and he points his gun at you and he pulls the trigger. And he gets
I dive in front of it. I use my stunt.
Nice.
To defend him. Okay.
Do you want to have a roll to see if Jared's fast enough to detect that that's going to happen
No, I'll just let him do it. I think it's fine.
Oh, I mean,
It makes sense.
Did you have your shields out already, Jer?
Dude,
I'm not trying to.
Yeah.
Okay, just check.
I had them out since we went in, like before we went into the bar.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
Can I jump onto Floofy Boy to get there quicker?
Like, that would
I don't think it matters. No, that
It
definitely
does
takes
matter
longer.
because I get a neck. What if though he's a giant wolf?
Yeah, but you're trying to outrun a bullet, and you didn't know he was going to
Well,
shoot.
I'm not trying to outrun the bullet. I'm trying to outrun his reaction of aiming it towards Adam and not you.
Yeah, but you didn't know he's going to do that until he pointed the gun, and then you have to get there before he pulls the trigger and the bullet hits him.
Yeah, Jared, I think you just dive in the way.
Yeah, I think that's the
Okay.
only thing that makes any sense.
I don't get that one. Boy.
Let's see. I don't know if that was someone who can hear me, but
What?
someone sneezed, I think, and I said bless you,
Man,
but I
my
didn't know if they could hear me or
rolls
not.
today have been horrid.
Ooh.
So, in which
I
case, you
take
take two
two.
shifts. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll
yeah,
just take
nothing
my
really.
3 physical stress.
Okay. And then David, go ahead.
Oh, actually, no. I do only take my 2. We decided this was a new scene, right?
No, this
the
is the
bar?
same scene. It
Oh.
doesn't matter. We're almost done. Go ahead and roll your
Well, it
your
might
last
matter
shot here,
if you-
David.
Oh, wait. Yeah, okay. Here we go. I did damage to him. It's 9.
Yeah. Okay. And
Man, that should have hit me. That would have been.
I mean, I might as well use
Why do you-
the
That would've been
severe
dramatic.
consequence and make it an 11.
that would have been thematic. You said.
I mean, I can.
Dramatic, yeah.
Oh,
If you want me to, I could fail the roll, quote unquote. I could just say I tried to, but fail.
I mean, either way, it would only be 2 shifts because. You
Well,
got
no,
5.
he'd have to roll instead.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Well, and we've already also moved past the narratively at this point. So.
That's what I mean.
It might be maybe dramatically. It's just like you get in the way, the bullet ricochets off, and just barely misses his head or something dramatic. But
Yeah. Well, I think the moment there, Adam, is like you just scolded them for being like the police force and that kind of a thing, and then Jared like dives in front of you and basically saves your life. I mean, you don't know what would have happened if not, but
yeah,
mechanically you probably would have survived.
this is one of those things where in the anime, there's no way the attack would have ever hurt the character, but everyone acts like they would have died, and you're like,
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, he dies, right? I mean, you.
Yeah.
I'm assuming take off his head.
So yeah, I think he like goes to point the gun, and I just shake my head at him, and then I just unload both magazines into his back.
Okay. Yeah.
Like until they click. I just keep going.
Yeah. So what does this look like then after you're done? Obviously the other soldiers, Adam, come up to you and are just like, we're with you now. And Adam,
Lay down
Adam,
for each party. Go get your swimsuits. Leave your guns here.
Yeah. So Adam, there is this maybe tug in the back of your head of maybe you want to stay here. Just
You
maybe.
could literally just take over and like.
Because I don't know if I'm sure obviously you as a player has picked this up, that these were people from your colony. And the guy that was shot was Aaron, the guy that betrayed you. From from the last session when you were talking about that dream, you called him Aaron.
That's right.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot.
I thought you guys would pick up on that right away, but no, you didn't. So that was him.
That's awesome.
Whoa, I was playing the role of Amnesia. You know, I was.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have an
Well,
excuse. You guys don't.
That's also super cool because in that vision, I turned into him, and then I just turned him into a pulp.
Yep.
And you probably see that now, Adam, right? Like that's how you realize it now. Is
And
you're
maybe
like,
you have that flashback
whoa.
again, and yeah, it happens again.
You have that. You have a strange moment of deja vu because that's what people say.
That's how this
Deja vu
works,
is
yeah.
from, is from dreams. So
Uh-huh.
I mean, I feel like everyone's looking at Adam at this point, right? Like,
I mean, I'm mostly looking at you guys like, all right, you're not going to let me shoot these people, so figure it out.
I think what he does is, he probably throws his sniper rifle on the ground, or just kind of like is standing there, and he's just like, and just kind of like he's dropping it, essentially, not like throwing it
over your knee.
Turn around like, your new leader. Yeah. No, technically isn't. No, he's like.
Adam just goes over to the body and just starts teabagging it.
Yeah, I was like, what's up?
For some reason, he looks like Master Chief follows him.
Yeah, exactly.
I think kind of they're like they're outside, right?
Yeah.
I think is there other people kind of watching this whole thing go down?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, obviously, yeah, there have been a big group of like the civilians of the city that like heard the commotion. Obviously, gunfire was going off, so like there's a big crowd, and obviously all the soldiers are there too, and they kind of look to you, and I think some of them are like, you deserve to be our leader, kind of a stance to them, right? Like they're like, this is like the Lion King, Return of the King, man.
Yeah, no, I think he says things are about to change. You're now free people. I failed once, but I won't fail this time. On my own death.
So I walk over to you, Adam.
I won't fail you.
Yeah. I walk over to you.
I think he turns back around and looks at like the body, the Aaron, and he just kind of staring at him for a minute. Mm-hmm. And then he looks at Caleb.
Yeah. I say, these were them, weren't they? Your people. I look back at like David, who's like fuming, silently as he like looks at all the people he probably wants to shoot, right?
I'm going to walk over to somebody in the crowd, but we can get to that later.
Yeah. So he's walking over there, and I look back at you, Adam, and I say, do better. And it's not an accusation on you. It's just like, this is a new situation now. You better make it right.
Yeah. Like, do better than that guy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it turned out pretty bad.
I remember what my grandfather told me. I'm telling it to you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can't remember what his grandfather said.
I can see it in your eyes.
I get exactly what exactly was it, but I want to say it the right way, and I want to say it like dramatic, but I can't remember exactly what it was. It was just, I mean, I get the gist of it, but did he say anything specific?
When Caleb edits this, he's just going to cut the part where he forgot, and it'll sound really good.
Exactly.
I think he looks at it, he's like, I'm telling you what he actually says is, he was in World War II. He killed a lot of men. He told me how much it destroyed him.
I look at David.
I want you to remember that.
There's no way I'll ever forget it.
Live your life so that when you look back on it, there's nothing you regret.
I look back at you and I'm like, do you remember now?
I remember everything, Caleb. That's what it says.
Clap a hand on his shoulder. If only things could be different. So many things. Good luck, Adam.
Same to you.
Where is David going? Who's going to talk to him?
I'm gonna walk up to one of the women the woman that I saw with the ring, that was like specifically the one that I noticed that was sitting with someone who didn't have a ring. So like, immediately after killing the guy, I'm just gonna walk straight up to her.
Okay, a girl that wasn't wearing a ring?
Yeah, no, it was with somebody who wasn't.
Okay, sure.
Presumably, I'm covered in blood.
Yep.
And, I mean, that's not how bullet wounds really work, but
there's probably blood that has smeared on you at some point during this.
Yeah. And I just sort of like, I walked straight up to her, and then I pointed her ring, and I say, I have to hear from you. For these people, that this is all, unwilling, right? you guys can consent to this.
I think they all kind of look at each other just for sake of time. We'll make a roll here, and she and like probably her husband probably like look down in shame and are just like, we paid a high price for safety, but we paid it willingly. We knew they were animals. We knew that these people were doing evil things to us, but it was either that or face the wolves outside these walls.
You mean the wolves at the gate, Connor?
Yep.
Yeah. He just sighs in frustration. He's like, yeah, he just like, I'm trying to think, there's gotta be a good line here.
And this is a mess you'll have to clean up by yourself.
Yeah, basically. But I think he's just disappointed in them for not just doing something like that. So he's like, yeah, oh no, I got it. He says, wolves aren't scary to a lion. You should make something better yourself. No, I can't help you anymore. And he turns around and he looks at Caleb and Connor like, feel for you guys, I'd just shoot all these people, but now I can't.
Okay, and then is there anything else here then? Adam, are you saying that like you and Gabby then just like stay here and like protect the city and like make the city your own kind of a thing?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I brought peace, justice, and security to my new empire.
Oh, God.
Your new empire?
So I think we kind of get just like a quiet montage of like Adam shaking hands with like the rest of you guys and like him doing that kind of a thing and you guys getting on the bus and like driving away.
Real quick, can I say something to Adam before we leave? I know we're running out of time, but yeah, so I think immediately I walk over to Adam and like every single one of these people deserves to be shot, but for unimportant reasons I can't do it. So you work these people to the ground. Maybe you can turn them into something worth feeding. And just walk away. And you can say something.
I think he's like, I know, as he's walking away. I will. Or it's like a really like sinister way. He's like, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. All right.
Almost as if like he has a plan for something. He's just like, I know.
So I think we get two last scenes real quick. So I think we guys get on the bus and kind of drive to like the other side of the city,
train station, right?
To the train station, and you guys all get out.
Right. We're supposed to be getting on a train.
Yep. And I think you guys are all just kind of hanging out. Or whatever.
Real quick, did Miles see us off to the station?
No, we'll have a separate scene with him.
Can I? Well, I would have talked to him.
No,
before
go ahead.
we left,
Yeah, well,
right?
okay. He meets you he brings you to the station. Yeah,
that's what I was hoping. Yeah. So like where everybody's getting off or like getting ready to like put the bus on the train, like figure out if we need to make a ramp or. Okay, well we're getting everything ready.
Yeah, you're working stuff out.
Yeah, and so I walk up to him and I say, "What really happened? Why did you stop? Or not why did you stop? I say, what really happened? Why didn't you do anything?" And I look at him like straight in the eyes, like I was kind of like looking in the middle distance, like off like the train tracks, and then I look at him straight when I say this next part, and I say, "What made you into the coward you are? You are now."
He says, December 2001, I left to fight for my country. Operation Enduring Freedom. And I killed so many people. And I just blocked it out. But I couldn't forever. I was just following orders, and I shouldn't have been following orders. Because there were some buildings, just homes, just people that I was killing. I just kept thinking, how many innocents were in the building?
There are a lot of innocents in the building today, Miles, and you did nothing. And I look at him again and I say, we won't be here next time. Do better.
Yeah. Okay. So I think, do you want to make a quick rapport roll?
Yeah. Let's see if he'll actually take my advice to heart. Rapport,
I think this is just a difficulty 4.
4. Okay. Boom. 5.
All right. Perfect. Okay. So you succeed, and I think he just gives you the nod of like, I'll do the right thing next time. And his like hand is shaking, and he like grabs it, and he's like, I will do the right thing next time. And then we get the last scene with you guys of just Connor just comes over and is just like, do you hear that? And you guys hear a boom, boom. And then we cut away. And I think we get a scene with you, Adam, to kind of close out this little, basically close out your character. I think we see like Miles come to you at some point and be kind of like, hey, I want to show you something. And he brings you to like this big warehouse, and he like brings you inside, and he's like, I think I'm ready for this again. And if you want to protect this city, which I assume you do, that's why you're here. Well, I think it's time for me to use my skills again. And Adam, you obviously remember everything, and so you remember exactly who this guy is. This is Miles Stedman, Captain Stedman, at the 388th Fighter Wing.
Nice.
And his other aspect is, I know my plane like the back of my hand. And he shows you his fighter jet, and he's like, if I'm behind the wheel.
Stick. It's a stick.
Stick. Thanks, Josh.
In the cockpit might be a better way.
Yeah, if I'm in the cockpit, we got it covered.
It's a fighter jet.
He just smiles. But he's just like, yeah, like yes, but like more subtle than that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, and I think we have the aspect here of shoot, back in the cockpit. Okay. So we'll close there. And
Cool.
We'll do our post-apocalypse show and talk about some things, and then we'll close this out.
Sounds great.
Thanks for watching.